that tweet. I think that was a subtle nod to like I'm interested.
I thought they were about to say they DM'd you too.
No,
the one named Missy,
Oh shit, that
Flinsky 3D, Kitara.
I don't think it was any of those. Not
Read
trying
my
to narrow it
dislike.
down and call anybody out.
I see one of them which I can't read out loud.
Okay.
It's kind of funny though.
Okay, I'm streaming. No one say nasty word swills. Thank you.
I also would like to say that last night we played Kitchen Cooks and it was really fun and I enjoyed it.
We did do that.
I like the tweets that Shmeeb had to send that was like, IRL hot tub stream live now, come join. And in 10 minutes, I will be swallowing 5 glizzies whole, come join.
I thought that was, wait, that was a joke. I thought that was serious. I was like, that's fucking
No.
impressive.
No, I didn't do any of that. That we were just playing poker.
Well, I knew the
I
hot
can't
tub
believe
thing
you
was
lied to
real.
your followers like that.
I seriously thought the glizzy thing might be right, and I was like, that's fucking badass, Shmeeb, if you can do that.
Those crickets are good. I thought you were just eating normal crickets, like on season.
No, that would be disgusting.
That
not
would be
all
disgusting.
of them are good. I think the bacon cheddar one was
Let me move this
bad.
over.
What is
All right,
Like
do
go
it
back
back
and check your VOD.
Oh shit, hold on. Huh?
I'll do Odie.
Zodi.
Oh shit, it's Odie. That's him.
Zodi.
Oh shit, it's Odie. That's him.
Okay, I'm gonna do a
Update the
voice check
screenshot.
real fast. P-Boos, you're up.
He's pogging.
Hey, hi.
Okay, thank you, Peebus. I'm glad you've been working on that. Swills next.
I hate Mondays.
Thank you, Swills. Mo5.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Thank you for the food ASMR. I needed that. Okay.
You're welcome.
Oon.
Nothing is real anymore.
Oh
Why
my
are
god,
we all so
guys.
fucking sad? Emo.
Schmeed has raided me. You can't believe it.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
Oh my god, who'd have thought? It's so
You're
good.
welcome.
I love when I raid you and the thing I hear is Shreem.
True though.
Hey, wait. I didn't hear that.
I love you.
Is it funny?
It's one. I actually need to replace my sound alerts. They're way too loud for D&D.
Thank you, Piju, for the follow.
Thank you, Piju.
Shouts out to
My
Piju
lips.
for being
I
good RPR.
Thank
Is
you.
that
Anyone else?
Piju?
I don't understand. Okay, so I turn off my alert thing and I still hear the sounds. Why do I still hear the sounds?
Wait, do you Oh, I was gonna do the scream, but you don't have it activated.
Did you update the scene?
Is that how do you update the scene? What the hell?
I don't know. I actually have no clue if that's even how it works.
I turn off the alert bots, but I still hear sounds.
Did hit apply.
Yeah.
I wait. What? So
In OBS, there's an apply button.
Where?
Right there, I point at the apply button.
Okay,
In
does it
your
have
scenes.
I see a refresh. I see an interact to filter property. Where the hell's apply at? Is that the left click somewhere? You guys are confusing me.
Yeah,
Whatever.
there's no apply button. I'm just messing with you.
Okay, maybe the refresh button would work. I don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I've never streamed a day in my
Okay,
life.
anyway.
I wouldn't know.
Thank you, Shmeeb. We're doing Shmeeb. I need you to check your voice.
Hi, this is my voice. Are you checking it properly? I hope you are.
Can you? Thank you. Yep.
Guys, I can't play D&D if I'm this horny.
Oon, I need you to do it one more time.
Hard.
Who?
Okay, thank you. Okay, next up we have, firstly we'll do over a few quick things before we start. Number one, today I'm a little bit tired. Unlike some of you crazy people, I get tired with only like a couple hours of sleep. I slept 6 hours and I'm still fucking tired. So I'm a little bit off my game. My prep is whatever, but I think we'll be fine. We'll win the city. So basically, it might be a little weird, but it'll be fine. Shmeeb, how are you feeling with your deprivation of sleep?
I think for the next like couple hours of D&D, you can expect something at least equitable to what you normally get. But I think the last couple hours, you might notice a distinct drop off.
We won't be going past 5 regardless, unless for some reason we're in the middle of something. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay, Swills, how are you feeling today?
I feel great. I drink water. It's very warm, so I'm sweating, but it's fine.
I'm drinking coffee, so I feel the same. Well, they don't have AC up there in Britainland, do they?
No.
I think so.
Brick walls, double glazing.
Don't you have a government AC? Like they
Yeah,
set the
that's
temperature?
just in no, that's in buildings.
Oh.
Not houses.
Schultz
Oon,
doesn't live in a building.
how are you feeling today, Oon?
I'm good.
I live in a box.
Good to hear. Mo5, how are you?
I'm feeling pretty good. I feel like I can howl to the moon.
I can attest that Mo5 was sleeping like a baby every time I joined off him in VR chat.
What? When did you join off me yesterday?
When
When you're asleep, idiot.
Oh,
I
okay.
also joined off Mo5.
Beavis, how
And
are
then you
feeling
guys
today?
said he was asleep, and then I joined off him, and he was not asleep.
Okay, I saw Peevis. Like Peevis
Yeah.
came by. I was talking.
And then he was
that's-
asleep the second time I came over.
Beavis, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to tell Shmeeb, for a few of my sessions, I had actually been up for 24 hours, and in one of them, I also got MVP. So, no big deal. Whatever.
Okay, well, to make you feel better, Peevis, you got MVP again.
Hey, yo!
So that means what? You're on the
Yeah,
streak right now.
beginner's luck.
RP, I grab a card.
Yes. The question is, what card do you want? 1 to 5.
Quite simply, number 3.
All right. Let's see what you have. Be sure to write this down, or I can. You got a 7 of hearts. So you now have a 7 plus 7 to use anywhere.
Farts.
There were some other good cards you could have got, but that one's all right.
You probably
And
weren't
that's-
getting farted on.
Where does
you
he get
freak.
this shit?
Yeah, no big deal. I'm at 1 HP.
I thought you were yaying the wanting liking to get farted on. thing.
Yeah, I do like to get farted on. You got a problem with that?
Farted on
Huh?
is a little bit.
You got a problem with my,
Suppose, why am I
my
still looking
sexual
at Garfield?
positivity?
What are you saying?
I'm still
I mean, if
just
it has to
looking
do
at
with
your
farts,
thing
yeah.
of Garfield.
Oh,
Yeah, can you keep working on this?
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Hawkins is
momentum.
leveling up his artistic ability right now.
Girls, I'm
Yeah.
gonna need this on my desk by the end of the session.
I just want my avatars to have
perhaps
fat.
I know what these
You know what- I know what-
avatars are.
We did start in 1 minute. I'm gonna use the restroom fast. Well, actually, I just want to back from the restroom. So if you need to do anything,
Can
you
this
know.
drawing be canon? Like we're in jail waiting and Hawkins is drawing.
Why are we in jail?
We're not in jail, but I guess we could end up in jail
Interrogated.
depending on our.
Hawkins is in the waiting room drawing right now. This is
Yeah.
canon.
I tap Hawkins' shoulder. Hawkins, what are you doing?
Fuck off from Jordan.
Hawkins, stop. We're gonna get.
Where would I put this? I don't
Okay,
even know what it does, man.
I found
I
these
tapped Kira's
pencils on the
shoulder.
desk.
Why are you hassling Hawkins?
He's literally graffitiing the walls. Like he's not a kid.
I don't
Hawkins.
even think we're there yet, so we can't
Hawkins,
RP.
Where
Right
did
now.
you even get that chalk, Hawkins? Don't keep it like not the whistle. Oh my god. Kid is
Fuck
about
off,
to
leave me
die.
Fuck off,
I'm
And,
doing a whip and nene right now, and this RP
fuck off from
scenario.
Jordan.
I'm bleeding out of my eyes, and I'm doing the whip and nene.
Wills, you should tweet this.
I'm just
When I'm done.
Why is the lasagna like a tofu cube?
That's a lasagna. It looks like a lasagna. I don't
Lasagna
understand.
looks like lasagna to me. I
What's
don't know
next
about
to
you.
the,
but it looks
what's
like
next to the lasagna? Is that Odie?
That's Odie.
yeah.
Where's John?
He's drawing John.
Can you
okay?
please
Fucking
just
wait,
fuck off?
Shmeeb. Jesus.
I can't wait.
Man.
No respect.
Frosted Flakes really fell off.
You know, Shmeeb, if you want to see John so much, how about you draw him?
Yeah,
Where's
really.
Normal?
Where's
Okay.
Marmal?
There's
the
like
fucking
that
name.
one
That's the name.
subreddit
Yeah.
that's like, what is it? I'm sorry, John, or something. Where it's like a
Yeah,
whole
like
bunch of
Gorefield.
monstrosities.
I love those.
You should post that here.
Peevis, you are in charge of recap. Have fun.
Oh boy.
That also
I don't
means-
remember where we started. We started.
I can help you where you start. You started by leaving the grove. Just about.
Of course.
You woke up and you talked and then you left.
I remember
recap.
we went to. Oh, let me play the music. This is actually like.
Oh, you mean the
music
D&D music?
makes
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna play, but that's not what I'll do. Where is
I can
D&D
also play
song
it.
for
I can-
Peepus.mp3?
I can
Oh,
also
you
play
can
it on the thing if you need me to. On the actual
Okay,
website.
do that. Yeah, that'll make more sense.
Okay. Bean boon, we find it.
And
Under
it would not
Peepus.
cut out because Discord sucks.
Okay. Should be to hear it.
It's not.
I can hear it.
I don't.
You
do
might have
that.
to turn up your sounds or make sure your thing's not muted.
It's beautiful.
Got it. This is very. Have you even heard this, you guys?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
briefly or not.
It's very epic. You know, no big deal. I just commissioned this. whatever. My best friend Johnny Arizona. Anyways, we came from the forest with the grove. We couldn't bring Vegeta because Swills failed the precision check like a loser. He did pretty good on the check, but he didn't do good enough.
Hawkins failed. Swills did fine.
I would have given him MVP if he got that right. Anyways, so we went to the grove and we started wandering around, and we were a little lost, I think. But then we remembered, wait a second, we have these new things that lead us the way. And so night came and we took a little nappy nap. And during the nap, we all revealed that a lot of us, being Newt, Hawkins, and Kit, all had the dream coins, which are very important in the story you will see in the later seasons. And then while we were fucking around, also Stavros communed with his patron, which was pretty interesting, pretty important, of great import, and stuff happened with that. Then the frog guys came over and they were with goblin people, and we spent basically the entire session trying to explain to these people that we are hungry, we would like to eat goblins. Of course, we suck, so we did not get to eat any goblins. And then we went over this lake and I fucking died almost. And now we are coming over to the town, at which they said they are holding captive the man who survived at the camp. And also, he thinks that we killed their entire family. And we're going to get interrogated.
I mean, we did.
Yeah, we Omega killed him. It was kind of crazy. So that's where we are now. Is there anything I missed?
Perfect. Only other things that may be of importance are you guys did manage to acquire a couple of the poison pops. 3 of them, I believe. They're now in a vial on Kira. Only other things, there were some small things. The only other things are with the goblins, you knew that they were also going to go be executed, most likely to Mother Devorator. And you guys seem to be on pretty good terms with the frog people now. Lastly, yes, you got to the town and found out that for the last few days they've been expecting you, or at least they seem to know who you guys are, because you have been reported as criminals by the one who got away. You're assuming that's probably referring to the one that Kira and Stavros did not manage to catch. You would assume. Otherwise, I do believe that is everything for the most part, besides a few small things. All right. Does anyone have any questions? No? Perfect.
No, sir.
Currently, you are being led by the guard. There's 3 guards, one of which Newt knew, at least briefly, in his past. The other one you guys had seen before, but none of you knew him. You guys just recognized him, and he recognized you from when you left about almost 2 weeks prior out of Maplewood. And the third one, named Ronald, seemed to be the step-in leader of the situation, basically confronted you. And once Hawkins showed the Blossom badge, he quickly cut to the chase and let you all know that you are not necessarily wanted, but you are expected to come in for interrogation, as this crime's been reported, and they seem to be wanting to get the hold of it. So currently they are trying to lead you to the barracks, at least he says. Do any of you wish to do anything, or talk, or are you just simply following them? Some important things to keep in mind. Kit is pretty injured. You do all have these collars on, though you are hiding them at the moment, for better or worse. Who knows how well the hiding is. And you're now back in civilization, so I don't know if there's anything you guys had planned to do. So, we'll just be heading up this road, and a couple of lefts. We'll be there.
Civilization. God, I miss it.
I can't wait to take a nice opportunity to clean myself.
As you guys are walking, there are going to be some obviously you don't know these as players, but as a character, there's some important information I need to tell you about your experience in Maplewood about 2 weeks ago, before we started playing, because you did come through Maplewood, if only for about half a day or maybe 2 days at tops, following these armed men that you would later encounter for your mission for the Hidden Pact, or the Hidden Chain. A few things you know, particularly is going to be Kira and Stavros, as you've lived in Hadoi for either several years or all your life. Maplewood is a very, very popular tourist destination. Imagine like, it's known for the Maplewood Spring, so it's like a hot spring destination. It is one, if not the most popular tourist place, at least for residents of Hadoi. A lot of rich people, a lot of people will come to the hot springs, as it's surprisingly affordable for like a yearly vacation, even for middle class people. So a lot of people come here. It's very popular, and that's what the profit of this town is basically based on, is the tourism that it brings in. So usually there are thousands and thousands of people in this town, and whenever you came through the first time, there were a lot of people, a lot of diversity, a lot of, just people visiting and celebrations and things. Not to mention there's also a festival going on at the time you came through, for the turn of the year and the turn of the rings. But now when you come through here, though there are still noises of basically the town, it is not like it was before. There are still a lot of people, but it doesn't seem to be bustling with tourism and a bunch of festivities. People are still walking around, but they seem more solemn, like they're less here to explore, and like this is just their regular routine. Like they've been here, they walked with their heads straight or down. They're not looking around in excitement. No one's really talking too much. It's just a lot of work going on.
Is it like the week after spring break?
It's kind of, it's not like they're cleaning up after anything. It's just like no one's here anymore compared to beforehand. You guys came through, it was crazy, so many people. It reminded you of this is a middle-sized town, but it reminded you of a big city, like a large city when you came through the first time. Now it just reminds you of like, this is a big town, but it's not like, it doesn't feel like a big city anymore. It feels almost desolate, though there's still hundreds of people around you, just doing mundane things. So that's something to take into account. The entire tone of this town is completely different after 2 weeks. And for Stavros and Kira, you would have recognized when you came there the first time, it did seem to be a little bit, you might have never been here before, but based on what you've heard, it did seem to be a little bit slower than normal. But it definitely wasn't like this. Now it's very apparent that there aren't people here. But Ronald is still leading you ahead. He's been walking from the gate. You're probably about 20 minutes from the gate right now. You're just walking past houses, buildings. You're currently on this road. This road is, you've been through it before, but it is a nice limestone, white limestone with dirt. So it's kind of like a sandy limestone dirt road. It's not like paved or properly rocky. It's more like sand, dirt has been compiled to make this nice white looking road. You can see tracks from wagons and carts going through the road. And every now and then there's patches of actual stone. So it's a little bit bumpy and rough, but it's a pretty nice looking road for a town, especially one that's not a main city. Also, one thing I forgot to mention before session, you guys can, of course I showed it last session, you guys can open your notes, read through stuff. Also, if you click on the shops, you should be able to see at least some of the items that they have for sale. So if anyone has free time, they do that.
Okay.
So,
You said click on the stores, you said? Or what was that?
so if you click on, go to your journals or to the world map of Orbitus, of Credoi, where I showed you last week, where you can click on Maplewood, like in the journals. When you go to the town section where it has like places, people, shops. When you go to the shop section, if you click on a shop, it should show you some of the inventory and the price. I think I have all the prices adjusted. So if you guys want to kind of, there's more stuff than that, but like if you guys want to roughly prepare and have an idea of what's in what place, it's that. Anyway, so Ronald turns around. Sir, I was just curious. What do you do for the government? He's looking at you, Hawkins. I want to show him the badge. Did you rehide the Blossom badge, or did you stab it out?
Once they like knew who it was, he put it away.
So you put it back on your shirt? Yeah?
But
I'm assuming all of you are keeping it in the same spot, yeah? Okay.
oh,
so,
you
yeah.
know.
Uh-huh. Yes, sir.
You know how it is. If I told you, I would have to kill you. I know. Yeah. Yeah. So sorry. No, can't say.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to overstep my bounds. You're right. That's probably something for you and the captain to speak about. It's not for me. As he turns around, but then he turns back around and he looks at you and he says, "Are all the other ones here? Are these your bodyguards?"
Oh no, we're all same rank.
Yeah. You all have blossom badges? He like leans in, his eyes widen up.
Yeah.
I'll flash my blossom badge quickly while holding Kit.
He seems almost concerned. His eyes widen, and he seems almost like he grimaces for a second. And then he looks around. Do you guys not have any bodyguards?
Oh mate, we're the bodyguards.
You see his eyes quickly flash to Kit. Okay.
He fell.
I cough up blood.
It's dangerous out there.
He kind of like, as he's walking, he turns his head, but then he turns back around after probably about 5-10 more steps. He turns back around, looks at you again, Hawkins. Not to be rude, sir, but this probably gonna come off rude regardless. Why do you have a blossom badge? I know you can't tell me, but it's just so strange. There's no better way to put this. You're a lizardman.
Right.
And it's just strange to me, based on what I know about lizardmen and about Kadoy, for you to have
what are you trying to say?
A blossom badge.
Sorry. Can you send to attention real quick?
Yes, sir. As he salutes, he's still ahead of you, and he stops ahead of you, and he does like a turn on his heel and looks at you, saluting.
Oh shit! Where was it we were going? Can you really point out where we're supposed to go? Is that building over there?
The barracks. As he points over, you see right now.
Guys, let's just go to the barracks, guys. All right, I'll leave you to it.
Sir, I didn't point it out.
Wait, where's the barracks again? Staffo?
It's this building right here.
You guys don't know a few. You guys have seen it before. You had to pass on your way out. It's a large.
We'll leave
from
him
here.
To his standing.
Yeah, from a large building, you see a large tower raising up from the ground right now. It's still several feet away. Sir, I have to take you there.
Sorry, I'm so far away, I can't hear you.
Okay, sir. I get... He turns around. I respect that you have the badge, but I do have direct orders to bring you there. I can't really just disobey my orders.
Right. Fine. Come on. Ease, whatever. Fuck it.
Thank you. I didn't mean to be rude. I just... never mind.
Well,
It's not my business.
You were, though. You didn't mean it, but you were. So
at least I knew...
Just what you saw, you'd know.
At least I knew it'd be rude. Yes. What? I don't know. He's just like, he just keeps walking.
Oh, he's all flustered.
The racial prejudices in Kadoy are pretty rampant.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking pigs.
Oh, you guys know. This is probably something that you guys weren't really concerned about originally, having these blossom badges. But you all right now, firstly, you have a blossom badge. It's pretty easy to get away doing that with like common people or even like guards like this. But you know there's a high risk, especially what you've already done, in being called out for not being like supposed to be owning it. There's a problem with people stealing these and going around pretending to be officials, and it's considered treason almost. And well, I think you understand where I'm going. In your current situation, you may not know exactly how easy it'd be to explain your situation and who you work for. If you even work for, you have a lot. There's a lot more to this that you're now aware of. Now that you've been in this town, you've already done that. You did that before. I just had a chance to say anything. But if you continue to flash around willy nilly, all of you know this. That there's especially Star Wars spread your way a little easier, but all of you being non-humans, that's people are going to believe that you probably killed someone for this beforehand. So if you can't back it up, good luck. Anyway.
Right. Stavo, it's probably for the best if you start taking the lead from here. I feel like I'm going to make some enemies.
I mean, if we make an enemy, we make an enemy. Just,
all right, fuck it then.
Stavros, it's less than make an enemy. It's treason. You're all going to jail. I mean, that's good. Obviously, you guys rightfully got these, but it's more of a situation of if you get captured and they start asking you about this, are you going to be like, we work for this person, in your current situation, or what?
All right.
You know, there are things you need to think about if that time comes. So yeah.
I definitely think we should try to keep a low profile from point on, especially because of these, and I'll not flash the color openly, but kind of like tap in the space
Guys,
so he knows
I
what
do
I'm
have an
doing.
idea. All right.
Is it an idea you should
think
say openly, or
Ronald is probably about 10, 15 paces ahead of you. You talk back up and went ahead.
If I can, I want to write it down in my journal and then show it to Stavros.
I'm looking in
Sure,
your
you,
journal?
you should be able to
conceal
whisper him.
it.
You should be able to whisper him if you want to.
there-
/W Shmeeb. Or maybe only I can. I know I can do it. I've done the
Let's do it?
previous.
Oh, it did work. Okay.
Yeah. I also can't see that. So if it's something important, let me know. So whisper it to me
Okay.
too if it's something worth something. Anyway, yeah, you guys are being led on right now. So like, is everyone
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Well, sometimes we don't have a choice.
You see as
I guess
Ronald Hawkins, you see those two are like whispering to each other, and you keep hearing Kira and Kit all keep hearing like Ronald starting to say something, turn around, and he keeps fumbling his words and stops talking. Like he's trying to say stuff and realize it's probably not gonna be good.
Listen, you can speak. You can speak freely if you want.
Yeah, please, by all means.
Go ahead.
No, it's just I don't want to be rude again. It's really hard to not come off as rude with the whole with
Not I'll give you
Come
a
on.
pass.
Are you still on this badge thing, guy?
Yeah, come on, out with it.
not the bad. I'm just, kinda, but it's just so weird.
Out with it.
You're not human, and he lets
No.
Kid. That's definitely not a human. Actually, I can hardly tell what that is. It's so bloody. He looks at Newt as well. That you have a tail. You're not human.
Wait,
he
I
looks
do?
at-
I see they've been keeping the guards educated these days.
They
That's-
sneak up on you.
yeah.
And
Great to hear.
Identify different races.
Yeah. Well. It.
Good on you, buddy.
Well, it's just.
You can tell I'm a human, right?
You look like it,
He's a human.
but maybe you're like a
Accurate.
shapeshifter or something.
Yeah, if only.
Anyway.
Alright, hear me out. We just got done saving your ass, okay? We look at our friend.
He turns around and
Alright.
says, "Saving us from what?"
We've been through hell. Alright? We're here protecting Kadoy. And you're sitting here guarding this town, alright? I'd say we're both doing our part, alright?
What did you protect me from?
Oh, I don't know, a giant fucking alligator?
He stops for a second. You see, as soon as you say a giant fucking alligator, his eyes widen for a moment. That's a joke, right?
I'm just gonna turn around and keep walking.
No, please, no. I'm serious.
I'm sorry, but my friend here really needs medical care.
Are we? You promised us medical care and kind of.
You're really good at stalling.
He is not paying any. He's like, was Lyle? There's no way. Yes, Lyle's not.
Hey! I'm gonna start snapping in front of him. Hey!
Sorry. He salutes. Sorry, Miss.
It's Miss Kira. Now, can you hurry up
Miss
and lead
Kira.
us?
Yeah,
So
I hope
I
you
wouldn't
know
get
if,
my friend
yeah. If our friend dies, we're gonna expect someone to replace him, and I might request you.
No, thank you.
You wanna go
He
travel with
he
us?
says no, thank you before he's finished. No, thank you. As he turns around, and starts marching.
All right, let's hurry this up, please. Thank you.
It would
Okay.
be nice to have a meat shield.
He stops and turns. Okay, I'm going faster. As you guys,
Thank God.
yeah. Anything else? I know you guys messaged each other. I don't know if there's something you wanted to do.
I just expect Hawkins to start yelling at him like a drill sergeant.
Okay. After some more steps, probably about 5-10 more minutes. So now you're probably about 30 minutes into this town. You had to take some winding roads. Even though this is actually relatively close to the gate, It's still pretty far away. This is actually a really big town. Kind of sparse, though. But when you get there, you see this large building made of wood, and it's kind of like not a red brick, but like a stone brick. Exists around the corner. The building is pretty close to the gate that heads off to the swamp that you just came through. When you get close, you can see a very tall wooden and stone guard tower that is connected to this building that goes probably about 15, 20 feet above the roof of the other building. It reaches high above this brown slanted roof, and on top of it, you see a very large bell, almost like a church bell. Standing up there, you see a guard that looks very similar to Ronald, seeming to be looking around watching. He sees as you approach. Around this corner, you enter this area, and there's this large, very large dirt field, and you see right away, you see handfuls of guards doing drills, fighting little dummies, sparring with one another. They're doing all kinds of these exercises. To the left of them, you see a small stable with a large sign that reads Maplewood, Barretts, and Gel. And then beyond that sign, you see the stables are reinforced with a wooden door, and above it reads their office entrance. And all around this area, you see a bunch of city guards patrolling, training. They're coming and going. This is very obvious, like the headquarters of all of them. And you know this is the heart of the defense of Maplewood. And it's very apparent why it's closest to the northern gate, because that's where they expect the biggest threat would come from, in the swamps, whatever that may be. As you're walking through, you see a bunch of guards. They don't stop you or anything. They see you're being led. Some of them stop. They don't stop, but they kind of like look at you for a little while, almost as if they recognize. Some of them you've seen before, like just in passing. They recognize you. It seems like you all can get this feeling that when they stop and they look at you as they walk by, that everyone kind of knows your description. So it seems pretty apparent that you guys are strongly connected to whatever you're going to be communicated by. It's very clearly that they knew who they were looking for. Which, for Kira and I believe Newt, who has a 14 passive insight, I think. Let me make sure on that real fast. Oh, Newt.
Something like that.
I have it written down in this little sheet for me. Yeah. So Kira with a 16 and Newt with a 14 passive insight. You both recognize that if this is a guy who ran away from you guys as soon as he came back to camp, he should not have hardly any description on you. He should maybe know there was like 5 of them, and maybe know that there's a lizardman due to the unique voice of Hawkins. It's pretty easy to tell that. And he would have saw Jeffrey. So he should have maybe been like, okay, there's like 5 of them, a lizardman, but he shouldn't have had enough details for everyone to know it's you. So there must be some other reason that they're so like keen on knowing that, or at least suspecting you all. Anyway, as you're all being led, you guys eventually, unless you want to do anything before you get here, but it seems Ronald is currently leading you to the door that says office entry.
I'm going along with.
As you follow him, he quickly turns and goes past the office entry door and goes to the one a little farther back that says Barretts and Gel. And he goes to the door, he opens it up, and let me bring you guys over here. Not a map I made, but a simple map. I'll wait till you're all here. Hello, welcome. All right, so I believe the captain should be inside here. He told me to bring you here, but he said today he's going to be spending time in the barracks. Well, I guess particularly the jail. Anyway. Good luck, I think. I'm sure you didn't do anything bad, but
No, nothing that any of you wouldn't have done.
he just looks at you. Okay, yeah, definitely not something I would do. As he pushes open the door, and he steps inside.
He unpauses the game.
Yes, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, okay? I also can't see anything because...
Well, I want him to do it.
Him to do it. Okay.
Yeah, I want him to unpause the game.
Oh, that's a light. Oops. Okay, as you see Ronald in front of you, he's dressed up like all the other guards. He seems to just be a normal city watch guard, nothing special. But Ronald opens his door for you, even though it's already open. He steps aside. Okay, come inside. I'm alone.
I'll pick up.
You'll carry Kit? Here, I'll toss him to you. Like a football.
Where are the medical
catch
facilities?
him.
Fucking toss me. What
Under
the
my
fuck?
shoulder. Under my arm.
As I said, I don't really have anything over that. You need to talk to the captain.
All right, but our friend is like, our friend's not well.
RPI die on the spot.
Maybe you should, never mind. As he knocks on this door, he waits for a second. Come in. As he opens the door, instantly, you guys can see as he steps inside. Boom, boom, boom. Hello there, Captain. I've got, the 5 of them. The suspects. Thank you, Ronald. I can see that you have brought them here. It seems they came willingly. Yes, sir. They did, in fact, come willing. Actually, sir, they seem to be important people. He leans in a whisper, but he's not. He didn't hear him just fine. They seem to have blossom patches. They must be important people. But they're kind of weird. So sir, I need to go back to my post. Unless you need me here, sir. He salutes. No, you can head back. Thank you, Ronald. Once you get back, please, you can take, not the day off, but you can let the other 2 do a little more work for you. Just go back for a few more hours. I'm sure nothing bad will happen at Northern Gate. At least I hope. Anyway, Ronald, thank you very much. You've done great. Yes, sir. Anytime, Captain Flum. As he... pardon me.
Pardon me, Captain Flum. Our friend here is injured.
Ronald is not shutting up.
Ronald here promised us that our friend would receive
Okay.
medical aid. Any
The
chance
door
that Ronald could take responsibility for that medical aid? Oh, there you go.
You see him sprint out.
I like that.
Captain Flum, that your officer Ronald there had promised us that our friend would receive medical aid post haste when we arrived at the barracks. Any chance that we could? He's not in good condition.
You see, as Captain Flum, as you heard, and as you're calling him, he looks over all of you. Then he stops and he looks over Kit. Yes, I can see that he is in disarray. We do not have medical supplies here. However, we can call a healer, though you will have to pay for him.
Great. I was just saying that.
Plus,
we needed a place to see to him, and Ronald had assured us that we'd be able to see to him at the barracks.
well, you can in technicality, but once again, we need a healer. Anyway, your friend doesn't look too bad. He looks bad, but seems to be all right. Whenever you look at Kit, you realize that, I mean, he's still kind of bleeding. But Kira, you would know that he does need to get bandaged up to prevent infections and potentially worse diseases, and he needs to be cleaned up too, because this is not healthy. As a medical woman, you know that this is not a good state to stay in for both mentality and physicality when it comes to potentially making it worse. But you'd know that most of the bleeding has kind of stopped. He just has a lot of nasty blood all over him. He looks awful. But you know if he was seriously bleeding, he probably would be dead by now. Because you by the time this happened to him, you guys still had to travel about 20 miles to get to Maplewood. You saw in the distance, but still about 20 miles away. He would have died by now if he was in still serious trouble, bleeding out at least. But he will need help. But it's not so desperate where it's if he doesn't get it in the next 5 minutes, he's going to die. But if he's not careful, he can get an infection and potentially make it a lot worse, where he has to get something amputated, such as his giant nose.
Sniffer?
Anyway,
Maybe you should call that medic.
yeah, if you
We
could,
we will call the
info.
medic. You hear Ronald? Hell, he's already left, hasn't he?
Yeah, he seemed like he didn't want to interact with us any longer than he needed to for some reason.
He started sprinting.
Shit. Sorry, I've just whacked my coffee.
Oh, I thought he was actually really mad.
That was really good RP. Wow, he sounded actually pissed.
Well, he was for a moment. It wasn't his voice though.
He actually whacked his coffee too.
This coffee spills over the table.
Sorry, damn Ronald, he pisses me off sometimes.
Anyway, go easy on him.
He turns. He's looking at you right now. He turns. In the corner, you see. You can tell you're some jail cells right now. This one beside you right now, you can actually see through this. You see a. You don't recognize him. It just seems to be some guy in a cell beside you.
Okay.
Just sitting there for whatever reason.
I take a look at my drawing and I take a look at the two people in there. Do I?
You'd have to get closer to probably tell properly.
Okay, then I do that.
But you see as Captain Flum, he then turns. Timber. You can leave the dogs here. You do see this pretty nice looking guard. He looks a lot more similar to the ones you've seen in the capital before. Have this nice shining armor. Nothing super special, but compared to the city watch guards, definitely seems to be a little bit. At the very least, he has better armor. You don't know if he's more trained, or maybe he's just a rich boy. Who knows? Timber, leave the two hounds here. Beside him, you see two mastiffs that are used for hunting. Leave them here. They'll be fine. Go, please. Go to the apothecary. And bring your healer back. They'll pay for him. But please, don't. Just because they're, whatever, don't get something expensive, Timber. I see this man, he just kind of nods. And he pets the dog once, and then twice on the other one. And he walks away. Follow me. Excuse me, miss. Then go. Excuse me. Excuse me. As he pardons himself and says, excuse me, quite a few times. Shuts the door behind him. As he disappears.
He's polite.
No, I'm to understand you have some questions for us
Please,
today.
please come sit down. Yes. As he moves away from the seats. There's nothing on the table really. It's just there's some playing cards, but there's not alcohol or anything. Some waters. You're not drinking on the job. Please, all of you, come have a seat. I need to talk to all of you about some things I've heard. As you guys all walk in, you suddenly hear, it's them! You hear it coming from behind in the far cell. And you instantly turn around and you recognize he doesn't have all the same gear he had on, but you see like the same undergear, like the same tunic that everyone was wearing. And you can tell that this guy recognizes you. It's very clear that this is probably one of the guys who escaped.
I want to pull out my drawing, and then I want to get a little closer. Pardon me, but I think I might have a history with this gentleman. Let me. And then
as you stand up, he puts his hand up. No, I'm sure you do have a history with this person. That's why you're here. Please sit down.
Wait, is this I'll show him the drawing. Does he bear a resemblance to this drawing? In your
he squints his eye. Is that a boy or a girl?
It's a man.
It's a man. The only
drunkenness.
the only feature that even resembles anything here is the mole under his left eye, or right eye.
Does this man have a mole under his right eye?
Do you?
What? No.
Oh, we got you.
That's your answer.
What do I have to do with?
How profound.
This is not a self-portrait. I don't.
No, the answer is no. You don't have one.
You see? Okay. All right.
Yes.
Cyrus, come sit
Well
down.
said.
No, sorry. It was an important matter.
No, we can worry about that guy later.
As you all sit down,
Kind of the topic right now.
as he stands up and he puts, you see, he's always, ever since you walked in here, he seems to always have his hand on a hilt. But as you look at him, you realize he is an older gentleman with long gray hair. He has this nice mustache, and he has very piercing eyes that you can tell that show that he is probably, these are the eyes of a fighter. He seems to be a strong fighter. Obviously, you know him. you've heard his name before. You never really met him when you're here, but you've heard his name before. This is Joseph Flum. He's the captain of the guards, and you've heard from the people. They talked about him a lot. That he seems to fit the role really well. He's often seen patrolling around, people say, and he's always in his armor with his hilt ready. He's always seems ready for business. And as you look at him, you see he's got this nice shining armor. He has this red cape. You don't know much about him besides that, but when you look at him, you can tell that he seems to have a grizzled, pretty serious face. And he seems to, after having encountered him so far, he seems to have almost like a weird sense of authority and potentially even humor. You're not really sure what to make of it. But he stands in front of you right now. Do any of you wish to do anything? Otherwise, he seems to be looking at you expectantly. Do I need to fix my...
Do you want us to start, or do you want to begin
Well,
your line of questioning?
I want to appreciate your names.
Sorry, you cut out.
I'd appreciate your names.
Of course. My name is Stavros. And yes, before you ask, it is that Stavros.
Suddenly, as you say that, he looks at you. That's Stavros. Last name.
Well, these days I go by Stavros and Vasi.
Beforehand?
I'm no longer able to use my family name. However, it was Stavros Mavros.
Interesting. As he stops, he looks around. All right. I'm sure you all recognize this as an interrogation. I don't wish to hold any secrets from you or try to trick you. As you see, as he reaches into his back pocket, he pulls out a couple things. He grabs a seat from the table. He walks over quickly and grabs a seat, brings it back towards the dogs, sets it a little bit far away so the dogs can't get up on him. He sits there and he props his leg up and he puts this almost like a book on his leg. I'm sure you all recognize that this is an interrogation. Do you all know what's expected of you?
Of course, testimony, evidence, all sorts of things.
Well, yes, but I mean more simply, you're expected to tell the truth. If you lie, though this is not a court or with a jury, you can be prosecuted based on that, withholding evidence. So I do suggest all of you speak truthfully and clearly. If you're not guilty, nothing will happen to you. However, if you are, of course you'd want to lie, but it'll only make it worse.
But of course.
Do y'all understand? He looks not just at you, Star Wars is talking, he looks at the other five. So our other four.
I'm just gonna slowly nod.
Yes, sir.
Understood.
Good, I
Kid
can see
dies
many of you.
instantly.
Okay.
Permas.
So what you see is he's pulled out this book and paper. Obviously, he's going to write stuff down in it. That's what it seems to. But then he pulls out from his back pocket, a scroll. He opens it up. He looks at it, and you see, and he starts reading out in common. For the truth bearer, the liar of the lies, the secret keeper, the secrets unfold themselves before us. If one tells a lie, let it be known for all, for liars bear no life. You see as the paper lights up in flames and it crumples, and all around you, you can instantly feel, you can feel a spell is casted. You don't know which one it is, but you do know a spell is casted.
Can I maybe try and
Can I
see
insight
if I
check?
recognize it?
Well, and if any of you have proficiency in Arcana, you can. Insight will be a little different. So, firstly,
I will
anyone with
Arcana
Arcana?
check.
D&D.
I will Arcana. I do it. I got a low number. I don't know what happened.
You're incompetent. Does anyone else have proficiency in which to do this?
I do not have proficiency in
Okay.
what is it?
I do, but I will
Arcana?
abstain
I-
because I am fucking dying.
I mean, you feel bad, but I mean, you're not awful, you know. You don't have to roleplay like you're...
In RP, I feel fucking terrible.
In RP, you actually feel more like you want to talk about puns than anything. The pun thing
Oh
is
my
overpowering your...
Oh my god, am I awake just because I want to talk about puns?
No, you're awake anyway. You're not unconscious. It's just...
Oh man.
Yeah, you're not unconscious at all.
You're a
I'll
bit
just-
sore.
Option.
You got, like, dried blood
feel
on you.
yeah, you feel really sore, but even more than that, this freaking urge is itching the back of your throat all the time.
Okay, so I'm not
It's
still
awful.
bleeding though.
No, it's dried up. You just feel sore. You feel like shit. But I mean,
Okay,
you're
so
you're
I'm not,
here.
I'm
you know?
not a pile of blood on the ground anymore.
You're
No,
also
no,
terrified
you're
of
fine.
dying.
Well, not
I
right
am
now.
terrified of
Well,
dying.
that's if you're in bad. You know, you might not want to take a risk right now. But yeah. Let me read this
and
real
I'll
fast.
check.
Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I need you all to make a Christmas saving throw.
Christmas saving.
Also,
throw.
let me check this guy's sheets.
Uh-oh. Not very charismatic.
Charisma, not constitution.
Oh, it's so silly, Shmeeb.
3, 5, 8. Okay.
What's the vine boom for?
That was a 20.
I mean, I rolled a nat 20, but didn't go into the chat.
I mean,
so
you have to
guess I'll
reroll.
have
I
to
think
reroll.
I think there's an issue with depending on what your animations are on the dice. So you might want to check what your animations are, or anything on the dice.
Why'd you say something about reroll?
You did
I just
constitution.
oh, wrong one.
Oh, you're
Oh,
right.
well, same thing.
It's charisma.
No, my charisma's much better. I got a worse roll.
Dude, we all suck.
Oof.
Holy shit, we're dead. Team wipe. Right
I
here.
mean, kind
Okay,
of better.
so we have. Well, Hodgins, you got nat 20, right?
Yeah, but it didn't show, so I'm not sure if it counts.
No, I mean it counts. I'm saying you guys, you guys all should go into your animations on your nat 20s and your ones and see what they are, because I think that's affecting what pops up in the chat.
Okay.
I think
we should-
number one, I deleted the Thomas Train thing. So if any of you have Thomas the Train, that's probably fucking it. So if you have Thomas the Train on yours, make sure you take that off. Number two, you might just want to play around and see, because I think it's just something to do with the animations you have on there or something like that.
Thomas the Train was my favorite.
Yeah, I got rid of that because it was insane.
Yeah, I don't
Anyway,
know
okay,
if
so
I
we
do
have
this anymore.
an 18, a 9, a 10, 11, and a nat 20. Okay, so with your nat 20 on top of your Arcana check, Hawkins, you know instantly that this man he probably doesn't have any like spellcasting abilities himself, but he obviously knows about magic. This is a scroll often used in interrogations and things similar. It is Zone of Truth. For the other two did Arcana, Kit, you kind of know, like all of you know right away that this is something to do with an interrogation. You might not know exactly what it is. All right. So this is what happened if you failed. Anyone who got under 14 fails. So keep that in mind. Boom. So since you failed, you can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius of this. The radius is about 15 feet. It's all around you, more or less. You can walk about 5-10 feet out of it and be fine. But you cannot speak a deliberate lie. And you are aware, all of you who are affected by this are aware that you cannot tell lies. Like you suddenly feel like when you think about telling a lie, it like pops in your head. So you all know you can't. So you know there's a way to avoid telling lies. But you know if you try and tell a lie, you literally cannot. But you can try and trick your way. You can try and work your way around it. But yeah, no, you cannot lie if you failed. But you can try and avoid answering with lies. Anyway, for the other two, you're not affected. You don't know what happened, but you also you can just do whatever. But you're not aware of what the spell is. Besides Hawkins,
The other two?
Hawkins, you know what the spell is, and you also know, even though you're not affected, you know what the spell does. But Newt, not affected, but Newt does not know what the spell does. So I think all of you got that.
Okay.
Anyway, now that that's done, I've got a pee, so I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Feel free to try and think about how you're not going to lie about anything.
Kill everyone.
Okay,
with them.
guys, this is
I
what
mean,
I said to Shmeeb on our way up. I just want to hear everyone's opinion.
Sure, go ahead.
If things go really bad, we could try and contact Afonso and Dixer and play both angles. So like maybe work for both sides and be like, oh, well, they got the best of us and they collared us, but maybe we can like work for you guys still and stay on the inside.
I personally think it's a bad idea because I think they won't trust us.
Well, I mean, but they could also see it as like they literally have shackled our necks, but we're still maintaining loyalty to Kadoy.
We literally cannot betray them or we might die because of the collars.
Yeah, that's always a risk. But then we could just contact them and be like, look,
I mean,
Right,
for all
right,
we
oh.
know, contacting them could just make us die.
Yeah, we don't know
Yeah.
to what extent, because we're just not supposed to betray, and I don't know to what degree that means. Like, if we think a thought of betrayal, if we do a direct action, what is it?
RP, I think, a thought of betrayal. Nothing happens. All right, we're good, guys.
Right.
Wow.
RPI betrays. Nothing happens.
Well, I wonder if it takes intent into account, right? Like if we don't act, if we use it as a way to like ensure our survival
Hello.
without maintaining the thought of betraying Chronos.
I mean, telling them that this is where Chronos is would be about as far as betrayal as you
You
can
know
get.
what? Let's just take one for the team and tell them and see what happens.
I think
Our next
that-
characters will appreciate it.
Okay.
True.
I think that it's not a good idea to test the limits of something that could result in immediate death.
Yeah.
You guys do know that Aldania said that she's making progress. So
Yeah, we could wait. We can wait to do it. Not a bad idea to do maybe someday, but anytime soon, I'm not really keen on that. But as far as this whole situation, just don't say something unnecessary, but also don't lie.
all right, are you guys done planning, or is there anything else you'd like to thought about?
I definitely want to take the lead here because I have actual evidence I'm going to submit.
No, that's up to Joseph Flum, I suppose. All right.
And also others, depending on what they say.
He speaks out loud. He says, "I've casted Zone of Truth on you. If you don't know what that is, it means you cannot lie. And if you do lie, I will know. So, I suggest you speak the truth. Nothing against all of you, just a precaution. You have been claimed for..." As soon as he's talking, you hear the guy, "Yeah, they murdered them all!" Please be quiet. As you heard him, you've been claimed on several counts of murder. And conspiracy with... What was it? He lists his notes. Conspiracy with a white dragonborn. That's a crime in itself. So we'll get to that, though. So he moves on. All right, we'll start from the top. You'll be here for a while, so please settle in. Once the healer comes, we'll take a break. We're gonna start again. Names?
Stavros Abasi.
Okay. Original name again.
I cannot go under the Mavros name, but that was the name I previously went under.
Thank you. It's fine if you don't go under it, but in case we need to do a background check. Though you can see a gleam in his eyes, like he kinda, to some extent, has heard your name before. But he doesn't seem to really pause on it. Next, you. He looks at you, Kira. Take your cowl off.
I don't mean to I don't mean to be rude, but she's not exactly decent after all we've been through. I think that it'd be best if we kept these on. Particularly,
She's hiding her face and her head.
You're gonna ask.
I don't know what you're trying to do here, Stavros. You're being interrogated. You have no negotiation power here.
It was merely out of respect for Kira, but
I appreciate it, Stavros.
I don't mean to be rude. He looks at you and nods. I don't mean to be rude, miss. But I have to also do this out of respect for the potential men you killed.
I just
I don't know the
nod.
truth.
I look towards Stavros. I thank him, and I unveil my hood.
An elf, huh? Strange. Are you sent by a mission on one of the elven tribes? Or did you run away?
I simply just want to experience the Godoy lands.
He sees he chokes on what he was sipping on, his little coffee. And let me assume how your experience has been so far, miss. Probably hell.
It's been quite pleasant. My stay in Godoy.
Is that... Has your stay actually been nice? Because you would know he's referring to the prejudice and mockery and all the danger you're in 24/7 in Godoy.
If anything, I'm recalling the time I've spent in
Tenor?
Yeah, he's in Tenor with being treated pretty well by not only Kovari but also what is it, Alenia.
He nods. He waits for a second, and nothing happens. He says, "You must be pretty lucky then." He moves on. How about you, the one who's close to death? Speak normally.
Sorry. My throat's a little scratchy after. Yeah, what's up?
Name?
Name's Kit.
And he goes back. He says, "Your name was Kira, right? I heard it mentioned.
Kira is indeed my name.
Last name?"
Don't have one. That you need to know of.
Yes. He looked away, but as soon as you said he looks back, Miss, you do understand that this is an interrogation. It's one thing if you don't go by a last name, but now that you brought up that I don't need to know of it, that is rather. We'll come back to that. But Miss, you've only just helped to potentially incriminate yourself even more by saying something so suspicious. Okay, Kit, what's your last name?
I don't got one.
That I need to know of?
I wish I could say that. I just don't have one.
Adventurers. How typical. You, Lizardman.
You're right. Hawkins.
Last name?
I don't use one.
You see, he's just shaking his head. And you? The one weird, smooth lizardman. What are you?
Yeah, sounds about right. Name's Newt.
Last name?
Spelled with a EW, not double O's.
Okay. Last name?
I don't have a last name.
So there's only one
chose
person here
Saul.
at the there's only one person with the last name here, and he can't use his last. Are these real names
Yeah,
or
pretty
nicknames?
My
Okay,
parents
whatever.
gave me my name.
Okay. I thought Stavros was bad enough. Anyway, we'll move on to the questions. As you can see, he points behind him. This man showed up over a week ago. And, well, he told me an interesting story of what happened. He and his men, who I do remember seeing, went out to Maplewood to retrieve something on a mission. Some treasure that they had left buried. They got it, and they were returning back when he went off to use the restroom for a while. He comes back to find his men being attacked, slaughtered. He instantly runs while he's being chased. He doesn't know who's chasing him. It's the dark. He turns off his light to run. But he hears two people chasing him. He hears their voices. Seems to be a woman and a man. Seems to lose one of them, but one follows him. By the last second, he hears them try and sneak up on him, and he jumps into the river and is washed away. Then, luckily, he found his way back here. A total mess. Oh, hell, I've been gone.
Yeah,
okay, you
don't,
can answer
don't
your
worry.
phone.
Yeah,
I'll be right
you
back.
pick it up. We don't care.
By all means, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's a tad rude, but we'll let it slide.
So when do we get to kill this guy?
Shut the fuck up, Kit.
Not till season 3.
It's a live action movie.
Can Kit be played by Dwayne?
Oh no, it's Kevin Hart. Because he's that guy short.
Starring Ryan Reynolds as Stavros.
Why?
Kevin Hart as Kit. If I could play Kira.
Emma Stone.
Miley Cyrus.
No. Emma Stone.
I'm back.
Hannah Montana as.
I had to. You guys are, more important than my grandmother. I had to reject taking her dear.
Whoa.
Sheesh.
Invite her to the
Wow.
game.
Yeah, Fawnde actually got a call from the movie agency.
Well, you have to do what? You have to go something about your grandma?
Nah, I rejected it.
Oh.
Giga
Anyway.
Chad.
Back to what I was saying. And he came here. Much worse than even your friend here, he points to Kit. Much worse shape. Crawls to the town, tells us what he was doing. So we interrogated him, of course. Says he works for Jackerlies. And well, he lives behind him. A damn idiot. Shouldn't have said that. Since he said that, we had to keep him here. Jackerlies is a known criminal. However, that doesn't mean that you guys aren't criminals either. Does any of this story sound familiar to you all?
You're only hearing one side of it, and I do believe this man, barring his affiliation with the criminal, was innocent. He was not around to see what transpired.
As they say, dead men tell no tales. It's the best we have.
Well,
We sort of that.
He turns and... Oh. Yeah.
I believe.
saw that.
The dead men bit. We were like.
I believe. I believe Hawkins is.
Sorry, I'm just trying to be badass.
Not so eloquently saying. There
We
was
definitely killed a lot of them.
there was some truth to what this gentleman said. However, it was not murder. It was self-defense. And I have proof of this claim. As I'll stand up and produce the letter that I had taken off one of the men, and
We all gasp when he says proof.
And I'll walk it over and
Music
hand it
chimes
to
out.
him. I found this on one of the men that we had taken alive, the captain, I believe. We had tried to cohabitate in the same encampment as them, and they, given their orders here, decided we are a liability. Didn't want to allow us to potentially have a chance of getting whatever treasure they were guarding.
He
They-
looks down. He puts his hand up to stop you. You start reading. I see it says here at the bottom, of course signed by Jackerlies, that they were out to get this treasure for him on a mission. Meaning that they are likely hired guards, as the men said. Just doing a job. Here it says, don't trust anyone. They're probably after the treasure. Now, I don't want to say that they didn't attack you first. And I don't want to say that they're right for that just because they're ordered to do so. However, what's to say you guys aren't the men that they were worried about? And you just won the
What
fight.
if we just said here, under your zone of truth, that we had no knowledge of the treasure before we even met them? Before we even saw it?
I will.
So are you telling me you didn't know of these men beforehand?
I will be.
We knew of
100%,
the men.
I will be 100% candid that we were given a mission to investigate these men, and we did so from a very close and very friendly distance. We had no intention of directly harming these men unless we found a reason to potentially bring them in should they be found to be our enemies.
He puts his hand up.
we-
Please, go take your seat.
Right.
Stavros.
Can I have that letter back, or do you need it for evidence?
I'll hold it for now.
All right.
As he speaks up after he hushes you. I hear what you're saying. However, it makes no fucking sense.
Which part?
I remember you guys came to this town. I've investigated you all. Plenty of people have seen you. Lyle Grad, some of the others in the market. Even at the tavern, you were following these men. For some reason. Of course you never said why. So I do believe you that you were on a mission. And I believe that you knew of them beforehand. However, for you to follow your mission, and you said you wouldn't bring them in unless there was a reason to do so. If you followed them for so long, willing to go so far into the swamps, yet you so casually decided we're going to go try and camp with them. After all those days.
It was.
That doesn't make any sense. Unless for some reason
we-
you believe that it was time to bring them in. In that case, it seems you went in there with intent to get them.
Well, we had reason to believe that it was kind of a make or break moment, really, and well, the break came rather unexpectedly. It was a lapse of judgment on my part. to get so close to them and to end up in that situation that was not ideal. Usually we go a bit more covertly and don't act without having all the information. However, we acted without having all the information quite a bit desperately. Partially due to, the nature of not knowing enough about the men as we should have before getting that close, and partially due to just necessity of the camp. We had run into a bit of unrelated trouble, as the dangers of the area could be.
We'll get to that. Okay. I'll ask some individual questions, because you seem to like to talk a lot. Miss Kira, did you kill any of those men?
Did I personally kill any of those men?
That's what
No.
I'm asking. He waits for a second. He nods. Kit, did you kill any of those men?
Did I like get the finishing blow on them?
You know that's what this means. If you killing them means you slit their throat and made sure they died. Did you?
I don't think I did.
He waits for a second. He nods. You're right, you did not. You're talking to Jeffrey, he stops you. Indirectly. Hawkins, did you kill any of those men?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Newt, did you kill any of those men?
No.
What was that?
No.
He stops for a second. Okay. I want you to roll me a deception. Where's the check?
Uh-oh.
Where's the check?
Oh boy.
Where's the check? Where's the check? Fun times. Oh shit.
Oh my god.
I got lucky in a different way.
Very lucky.
Hmm.
He nods.
They're
Stavros.
both like looking away from each other. Like,
They're just like staring at each other. And he just looks at you and nods. Stavros, did you kill any of those men?
I took it upon myself to kill as many as I believe I needed to ensure the safety of my traveling party. However, I didn't kill them all. I purposely
Well,
left some alive.
I can tell you didn't kill them all. Because Hawkins here killed some. He looks
Well-
behind him. This man said he was traveling with about 10 people, give or take.
Right.
So that means both of you killed 5 of them each.
That's not entirely true.
What do you mean that's not true?
We left purposely the captain alive to get more information, and we left another individual alive that was supposed to be one that helped us negotiate and have a degree of peace. However, he had no intention of following through on that. But there was another party, the conspirator you mentioned. We had a bit of a disagreement with them, and they ran off with those men.
We'll get to that in a moment. All right. Let me ask you this, Mr. Hawkins. How did you kill those men?
well, at the start it was self-defense. You know, they started attacking me, so I retaliated, and we started killing each other.
No, I get that. You can defend yourself.
And
But killing a man
I
is
would
totally
s-
different.
I would say refusing to. If someone's down on the ground and you only have so many supplies to heal them back up, I'm gonna save those supplies for me and my friends, for me and my team.
So you
So-
watched them bleed out?
I did,
Hmm.
and I don't regret it because those fuckers attacked us.
Stavros? Did you do it the same way?
I ensured a as quick and painless death as I could to as many as I could, in order to cut their numbers to a manageable number. I wouldn't want to endanger the rest of my party by leaving more alive than I could handle.
He looks at you. I'll be honest with you. All of you. I could probably pretty easily figure this out and deem you all as murderers. But there's something more that I care about than this. As soon as he says that, you hear the man, What do you mean? They've killed all my friends. Hush.
They started it.
He turns back around and looks at you. Let's say all of this is true. That it was self-defense. The men are still dead. And obviously you were there and you were the ones who killed them. Be it maliciously, self-defense. You did kill them. Maybe not all of you, but your party did. That's enough. However, I don't care. What I need to know is if this man says that that happened about 4 days after you guys left here on your way back, why the hell are you coming back nearly 2 weeks later?
That's a whole other
As
can of worms.
you see as he
Fuck me.
you see as he starts smelling there. As he takes the dogs off the thing briefly and brings them over, and they start sniffing all of you. I knew I smelled it. Swamp lilies. So it's true that you were in the swamps. That fragrance sits on you for days. So at least I know you didn't go somewhere else. As the dogs kind of like sit down and look at him. Yeah, swamp lilies. As he puts them back on.
Yes,
So I at least know much you were in the swamps. But why the hell would you be in the swamps for nearly 2 weeks?
It's I'm not sure you'll believe us, even with the Zone of Truth giving you the indicator that we're telling the truth. But we were kidnapped by strange little plant men.
As soon as you say this, he looks up. Strange little plant man. Go on.
Strange little plant men. They were at odds with the Frogolians. We were sent to negotiate on behalf of the small little plant men with the Frogolians and reached somewhat of a neutral point. Really quite a strange situation. Honestly, don't know how we ended up in this.
As you're starting to go on and on, he puts his hand up one more time to stop you. As he goes on, he says, there have been many bad things that have been happening in Maplewood recently. Too many to handle. Very, very many. As such, I have higher priorities than this. If you're willing to go into more details about what the hell happened to you out there, I'm willing to drop the potential charges on you. At least the best I can for the killing of those hired guards. I won't ask any questions. As I said, I don't really care about that. I have more pressing matters.
Stavros, don't forget about Sothis.
He goes on to say, he looks at you briefly. He goes on to say, you guys may not be aware, as you were only here briefly a couple weeks ago, but it's been going on for a few weeks now. I'm sure you noticed on your way back, the town has been pretty desolate. Our glorious Maplewood been ruined. You see, the famous Maplewood springs have been tampered with. The springs have been tampered with, and now they're all muddy, gucky, nasty. No one wants to go in there. It's ruined our tourism for the Springside Inn, everywhere. As you can tell, we've lost a business. Our economy is falling apart. We suspect someone tampered with it, though we don't know who would do that in our town. So please, I'd like to hear more details about what you experienced out there in the swamp. However, I will start asking questions about that. If you tell me the truth, I'll let you go free. At least I won't press charges. As he nods again. All right. So, you beat up these men, and then you left, I assume going back to Maplewood, and you encountered these plant men. Who did what to you?
They threw nets, and we were able to stave off most of them. However, they took our lizard men here for a ride, and
they could fly.
Yeah, it
How
was
the
fly.
fucking plant men
As
fly.
you're saying all this, he's writing all this down, okay?
However, they didn't mean any harm. It seems they were trying to capture Frogolians.
What do they look like?
Well, the Frogolians are very frog-like.
No. Trust me.
Kit,
I don't-
have you
I
still
don't
got
care-
any of your-
I don't care
any
what
of
the
those disguises?
I don't care what the fraudulents, those damn bullywads, whatever they call themselves. They're just a bunch of frauds. I know a lot about them, but I won't get to that. Right now, I'm more interested in what the appearance of these little green plant men look like, and if they're the
Have you
ones
still
I've
got
seen
your
around.
disguise kit?
They've got like
I'm not putting that on.
they've got
I mean, you
great-
just show it to him.
they've got
Yep.
big green heads
Okay.
and they wear fruit peelings for hats.
So they are the
They kind of
same.
have these like leaf skirt things that like sprout from them.
He writes
They're
down.
very cute.
We've
So
got
they
a
are
cool one that has eyebrows drawn on it.
No,
so
they got
are
rubbed
the
off.
same. As he
They
puts his hand up,
had
as you guys start
eyebrows drawn
ranting,
on
he
it.
says, "Stop." So they captured you. Where did they take you?
They have some sort of a gathering in the middle of the swamp area. It's rather hard to find.
Okay.
Not sure I'd be able to give you proper
That's fine.
directions. All right. However,
It's hard to travel the swamps anyway. What were they doing there? Did they have? Was there a
They
boss?
they were playing. They were rather immature, and it was
Instantly he stops for a second, and he like puts his hand up and makes you stop, and he looks around, and then as if recognizing nothing happened, he looks back at you, almost confused, but he nods. Go on.
yes. But somehow they were at odds with the frogmen. They
Why were they at odds with the frogmen?
had something to do with the things they do. They were loud. They would croak.
You said they were like children playing around.
Right.
It's hard for me to believe that they could have trained themselves in battle. Do they have a keen?
They had no sort of king.
It's more of a grandpa.
Yeah.
A grandpa? What does that mean?
It was.
Was he the
older-
leader?
There was an
Like an
older
elder?
one. Yeah, an older one that kept them on the right path, but it's not all that important. They're very, I would say, harmless.
Okay, well they're harmless, but this is a new species. Where did they come from? The reason I say this is, well, not that I'm part of it, but I recognize these creatures you're talking about.
You've
Some of them have
seen
been spotted before.
Oh, you've only heard.
Well, I've seen them myself, but not out in the
Yeah.
wild.
What do you mean not out in the wild? Sorry, I don't mean to counter-interrogate here. I just am curious. Where did you see them if not out in the wild?
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. How about that?
Sure.
Where did they come from?
They came out of the ground. They're plants.
Oh, I
saw
get that
one
much, but
sprout.
were they created natural forming?
I'm not 100% certain on the process.
I think they're natural.
Do you know? I think they're a strange mutation of some kind.
So they're led by an old grandpa. Human or a plant?
Radish. I
Also a plant?
A
Yeah,
radish?
something like a radish.
Vegetable.
Is there anyone else of importance I should be aware of?
That should be it.
Okay.
I think
Sophis is someone.
I'm talking about
yes,
the plant. Is
snake.
that did they work with the plants?
no. That's
Talking about the plants
more
earlier.
related.
No.
That's more related to the bullywugs.
You'd
I
love
need
to
to-
hear about this snake, though.
He nods. He says, "Is well, I guess since the grandpa isn't human, there's no point." But to answer your question, Stavrosa, the reason I was curious is because if there was someone who could take responsibility, perhaps I could stop the slavery of them here in town.
They're being.
I've seen them as
enslaved.
slaves.
That's
If they have no one to be held responsible for them, they are just another creature to be captured for the ones who are out there hunting the frauds.
see. Well,
I don't know anything about that though. Just I've seen them around. A new
We
hot
do have a
topic.
relationship, a friendly relationship with.
we might be able to
The-
negotiate.
I'm
on their
gonna
behalf
I'm
or
gonna
something.
kick Hawkins before he says anything.
I believe we could.
vegetable man. Ah!
We could perhaps negotiate on their behalf, but that's a whole nother matter. We could,
Well, if you guys do not have ownership of them, you cannot. And if their leader / owner, whatever he is another vegetable, it won't matter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we had that kind of relationship with them. Anyway,
Interesting.
that's a whole nother topic. The plant men were it was an interesting time. What other
He-
information would you like to know about our time in the swamp?
So you said that they had something with the Frogolians. What was that about? The Frogmen. Frogolians, I guess that's what they go by.
They were noisy, disruptive, and sometimes they even killed some of the plant men.
Fucking perverts.
So you went to the Frogolians and did what?
Well, we had made contact with one of them who seemed to be. I'm not sure if it was more intelligent than the others or just friendlier than the others, but he seemed to vouch on our behalf. And we approached the Frogolians, who had a clear opposition to our lizard men friend, and had us perform a fighting
Missing a
ritual.
part.
Well, I figure it's better to talk about the Frogolian situation as a whole, and then talk about our own personal experience in the snake cave as a separate matter.
I just figured we'd tell it in chronological order.
Okay, so the Frogmen, obviously you're out there alive. What did you do to get out alive? What did you see there?
Well, our friend Hawkins here had won the fight and won the respect. I believe that greatly aided in our survival in the situation. What we saw there was a giant crocodile, alligator. What was it? I'm not well versed in.
As soon as you say this, it's almost the same reaction you saw with Ronald. His eyes pop open. What do you mean, a giant crocodile?
I didn't see it quite as close. Hawkins, did you get a good view of this creature?
It was fucking huge. It was ginormous. Honestly, I've never seen a croc that big in my
What?
life.
He stopped. I need to understand what you mean by ginormous. Do you mean twice the size? Do you mean what do you mean?
Twice?
What do you mean the size of a?
Maybe it was bigger than a tree. It was bigger than a big tree. It was real fucking big.
I think. Was it
Was it
house
bigger?
size? Am I correct
It
in
was.
saying it was?
I think it might have been, like two houses put together.
Have you ever seen Godzilla?
Kit,
So
you're
you're
gonna get a
telling me-
headache. No.
You actually. So you're telling me that you saw a crocodile with the Frogolians. It was the
Well-
size bigger than a building.
With the Frogolians is kind of a stretch. They do.
Revered.
You see, he rubs his eyes. Are you telling me Lyle was right this entire time?
I don't know who Lyle is, but if
Oh,
he
you do
knows
actually know
about
who
the-
Lyle is.
I
You guys
do.
ran into him before. He before you left, he brought up the fact. Well, you don't know him personally, but you've heard people tell, and you've heard him asking around about a giant snake and a giant crocodile, and if there's any information, to bring it to him.
Well, there's some truth to his tales.
Lyle's gonna like us.
He rubs his eyes. Okay. So did you come to an agreement with the Frogolians? Is that why you're here, without being injured?
Without being injured is also a bit of a stretch. We've received adequate rest and aid, but we did get out relatively unscathed from the Frogolians. However, the matter of the snake you just brought up was a whole nother.
Well, before we get to
whole
that,
nother idea.
what deal did you make with the Frogolians? You see, he's getting very serious.
Nothing related to so much our position with them, or even the this settlement, if that was in question. However, between them and the plant people, it seems it was all some sort of strange misunderstanding between two different groups, and all we did was simply clear that misunderstanding. I'm not sure if it's neutral or amicable. We kind of left it. If they need our help again, I don't know if we'll be there for them. But things were at least stabilized on clearing this misunderstanding.
You would notice the entire time you guys been talking, this guy over here has been listening very intently.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you guys would know that this guy, the other guy who was ratted on you, definitely is as well. But he seems to be more worried about what's going on. This guy just seems to be very intrigued into what you're saying. The guy down here in the cell.
Real quick question. What's this captain's name again?
You can always
I'm
check your
taking notes
notes.
right now.
You can always check yours on the one if you want it, but his name is Joseph Flum. But they all
He's
are there.
Flume.
Also, if you do, I think it's Control Space. You can just type it in and you can link it.
Okay.
I would suggest linking from the compendium though, so be like homebrew NPCs or something. So Control Space, same way. But Joseph Flum. He goes on and says, "All right, fine. Is there anything of importance I should know about either of these groups? Does that mean they're working together now?"
Working together is also they. I would say it's more of they have an understanding, sort of a thing. Working together would be far stretch of the truth. I'm not certain these plant creatures could work much more organized than they
He
do
puts
with
his
each
hand
other.
up, Stavros, and he puts his hand up to stop you, and moves on. "No offense, Stavros, but you sure taught a lot. Kira?"
You're asking questions. I don't
"Yes,
know.
but I mean, you're the only one talking, for the most part. I don't
He is
mean-
our, quote unquote, the leader of the group.
Doesn't mean he might not be the best at... Maybe he's the smoothest talker as well. Anyway, Kira. What happened... What changed between the plantmen and the frogmen after this deal? And what did you have to do to make this change happen?"
I'm just gonna look towards Stravos, seeing if I can get the okay from him.
I mean, you don't have to ask my permission, Kara. Your perspective is yours to tell.
This is an interrogation as well. Keep that in mind.
The Frog King. He got the hots for a certain individual.
The hots. For
The
a plant
hots.
person.
You can say that.
Okay, I'll take it. Go ahead.
And that also explains why we smell the way we do, or we smell like swamp lilies. Because they wanted us, the leader of this, the Frogolians, wanted us to present a swamp lily.
As soon as you say it, his eyes kind of squint as he looks at you and says, okay. Keep going. As if he was seeing what you're saying is true or not. Seemed to like hearing that.
Yeah, once we delivered the swamp lilies, it seemed that there was, for the time being, peace in the swamps. And
Okay.
we made our way here.
Kit, is your account of that the same?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Anything you'd like to add?
Nope.
Did you find this love interest beautiful as well?
I'm not quite into that. I don't really lean that way.
Not feminine enough for you?
Not into plants.
You can call him a meat eater.
All right, let's talk about this Dragonborn. I was told by this man that he didn't have the holy mark, so he must be one of the criminals. However, it was also dark, so I don't know how much I believe him. You all know that Dragonborn is split into two groups. Either the ones who don't steer a mark into them, they are basically evil. They are bad people, and the ones who vow not to be evil and they sear various marks, usually like knight and holy orders, into their scales.
Did we see a holy mark?
No, you didn't see one, but I mean, if Jeffrey words for church, you would know he has one, or you should at least.
Well,
you would know that this claim is like for a human to see that in the
False.
dark, and he was only there for 2 seconds. It might not be false, but like it has like
There's
there's like
prejudice. Okay.
yeah, it's basically just It seems it's easy for all of you, even with low insight, to tell like this guy was just trying to make it more serious, so it'd be taken into higher account.
well, Captain Flum, as you said, I was talking a lot, and I only talk on things I have knowledge on, and this individual, I'll have to defer to our friend Kit here, as he is most knowledgeable about this individual.
Kit,
Yeah, what's up?
go on.
Who are we talking about again?
Your Dragonborn
Oh yeah, he's my stalker pretty much.
Hmm. Does he have a mark or not?
What does that mean?
Not. Kid, not fucking listen.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It
Like a
means
mark?
the ones who Dragonborns who don't have a mark, they don't mark themselves, and they're usually considered to be evil. That's like the standard thing. Any Dragonborn who does not have any kind of mark is evil. And the Dragonborns who decide not to go into like their desires and stuff, who opt to be good Dragonborns, they sear various marks into their scales, kind of like a seer that states that they're part of an holy order or an order of knights. Basically, they dedicate themselves to helping others, usually. And all of those, they sear something into their scales.
Okay,
So
so
like
he
if-
would have a mark, right?
You'd assume. You haven't seen it, though. You know he works for the
Well,
church. You know he works for
yeah,
the church.
yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, he works for the church, so I'd assume so.
What church? I doubt it's the Rings.
I actually literally always forget if it's the Rings or Orbitus.
It's Orbitus Triumphant.
Okay. He's with the Orbitus Triumphant. They kind of took me in.
Who does he work for? Oh,
he
it's
works
Triumphant.
for Poppy
but-
Loppy.
Interesting. All right. I'll accept it. That's not much of a basis anyway. Tell me about the snake person. Snake thing. Was it a giant snake? It wasn't a giant snake like the crocodile, was it?
It was definitely not quite that big. We barely escaped with
Okay.
our lives. It was some sort of a, I don't know if I'd describe it as a warlock or a shaman.
A magical
Some sort of-
serpent.
Yeah, some sort of a magical serpent. We barely managed to deal a strong blow to it after I was able to disable his magic, but just for a moment.
Okay, he nods. At the same time, you hear a knock at the door. And you're going to see. Well, you're not going to see it. Also, I got peed in. You see, Tim comes inside, and falling behind him, I'll get it in a second. I gotta use a freaking restroom again. The healer's here.
Alright.
Hello again.
Guys, be very careful about giving information that could tie us to Chronos in this situation.
Yeah, so it was honestly we're on our way back
anyways,
from
we're
Chronos'.
taking in the
Yeah, anyway,
evil guy.
well, I was just taking this, big.
Yeah, it's inside of a volcano.
The
I was
sophist
talking to Chronos, and he was like, "Listen,
You're my
here's
best
what you
mate.
gotta do."
because
Really?
the sophist stuff is the most like potentially dangerous thing to talk about. All the things I wouldn't have even brought it up if it weren't for Newt,
Wait, why?
because
Looks
it
at Newt
connects us
evilly.
to potentially connects us to
If he asks
Chronos,
us
man.
what happened to him, we have to say we defeated him. When
That was the most
Yeah.
dangerous thing we could have talked about out of all the things.
Didn't one of us land the killing blow? Or was this someone
Mm,
else?
No, but it'd be weird for us to be like I don't know why they would ever ask that. It's just like, so what happened to him? We
gotta
defeated
be
him.
careful. We gotta be careful. Is all I'm saying. Like this is
You could say he was defeated.
this could change everything. The whole thing could be changed by this. Like,
Where did Fawnde say that there was all the guy's name?
what?
He said, "Oh, well,
So
you
you
could
go to
just see his
Maplewood.
name in the thing."
Go to the Maplewood Journal, and click on Residence.
Yeah, I don't see
something.
anything in the under the Maplewood Journal. It's just
Outside the city.
outside the city, which is Aldonia's Grove, and there's Mountain Wardrobe. There's no other
Hold on. Maybe I've.
actual.
Wait, how do I
location.
even get? Do I have to go to the map?
Well, you should be able to.
No,
So
it's just
on-
you know where
so-
you have your journal. The
so you
player's
guys have-
friend journal.
so you have
Maplewood
opened up-
information.
well, hit
There
the
it is, I
Maple.
see now.
You see the Maplewood town? Hit that,
Yeah, I see it now.
and you see. Okay. Maybe it's just
Where is
wasn't
that?
observant. It's under Maplewood.
In the fifth tab
Fifth tab.
where your journal stuff is.
Maplewood.
And then you click on Maplewood Town,
Okay,
and
I've
all the
yeah,
things are
sounds
separate there. But if you click on Maplewood itself, the thing that's not in a folder, you can easily go between stuff
cool. Okay.
of all the places. At least the things you can see. Some things might be hidden.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it is. Oh goodness. Let me find a token for this person if I have one.
I was cleaning up my notes a little bit, getting caught up.
Is Phil still working on his Garfield?
I'm basically done.
Alright,
Okay,
put that
nice.
shit in the art channel.
You guys see
Open
walking
your
in.
commissions.
You guys see walking in is bing bong ding dong. So in comes Timber. He wasn't. Hello then, sir. I brought Taylor. You see a very peasant-looking peasant walking. Hello. Did someone order me? Hello? Oh my lords, you look awful. Oh my goodness. Hello, are you the injured one? As he looked at you, you have like blood all over you.
I'll point at Kit.
Okay, you do have the coin to pay, correct? I can't do this for free. As he says, okay, lay down on the table. I mean,
How
sorry.
much is it?
It'll be like 50 copper.
I look at Kit. You got 50 copper?
I think we got at least maybe like transition rates. Let's see. We've got 1 Rihdarian gold. How much copper is that? It's like a bajillion copper.
It should say
right?
if you click on the thing, it should say on there somewhere.
1 Rihdarian gold is going to equal 10,000 copper.
You got change for.
Yeah, you got change. Yeah.
For maybe a little bit. I'm sure they might have some change. How much change do you need?
You know what? Keep.
No.
I do not say that.
If you say you want to turn, this guy would have probably fainted right then and there. That's like a year's salary for people like this. A little bit less.
Fucking lifetime salary.
Hell. That would have been so much worse.
For 1 Rihdarian gold. Oh, I'm gonna faint. Oh my god.
No. As he looks around.
Hello, you talk?
As he looks around, he's looking around like for someone else to say something. Joseph waves to him. Don't worry, I can take care of it. I've always got your back. It's all right, Lawrence. Oh, thank you so much, Captain. You're the heart of this town. You know, Captain, if you ever ran for mayor, I think you'd be elect. Please, Lawrence. It's not treason, but it's too close. I don't want to hear any of that. But I understand, Captain. As you see, as Joseph Flum pulls out some coins, says, "Kit, hand it over here."
Well, all right, here you go.
He takes it. You see, as he walks back over here, the bots that Timber was sitting on originally, it was like a bot sitting over about these dots. He opens it up. You can't really see what's in there, but he drops the coin in. He sees it rummages through. He's over here for like 30, 40 seconds. He pulls out a bag and he's putting stuff into a bag. So what do you want? You want like a cleanup, a bandage wrap?
I'd like 11 HP, please. I do not say in character.
As he pulls out his pitchfork. I'm gonna zero.
He kills me instantly. I'd like I don't know. I'm feeling pretty shit. I'll be honest.
Okay. Come over
You
here.
got a back massage to it?
He says, "Come over here." As he goes over down here. There's a window over here. I need him over here. Here.
I guess.
He pushes open this window. All right. Not to be weird, but can you jump out this window for a second?
I don't know. Can I?
You can climb out pretty easily.
Do I feel like I could?
It's open. You can grab it pretty easily if you want to.
You know, but like being a...
No, it won't be hard.
Well, I limped over here.
If you want to get out the window, you can get out the window pretty easily.
He's gonna like take like a while to get. I cannot.
He's like, okay, perfect. Okay, 1 second. As he goes out this door. Here. Ooh, this is heavy. Ooh. As his back is to you, but he's like walking in backwards, like carrying something, and he's kind of like doing a little penguin shuffle as he's moving. You can't see what he's holding. As they move back, everyone in there, you can see that he's holding some kind of bucket. As he's pulling back. Okay, I'm almost there. Okay, stay still. Close your eyes and mouth. As he turns around, looks at you. Okay, perfect. As all of you see now, as he picks up this bucket, splashes out the window, and you're soaking wet now. He splashed a huge bucket of water all over you.
Is that it?
Okay, here, now. No. Take this. He throws you a towel. Now clean the blood off of you.
All right, I clean the blood off of me.
You sit there for a few minutes. You guys are all just hearing this nonsense going on outside. Kira, you've never seen... Like, you understand why he's cleaning him up, but you've never seen such a ghetto version of prep, like medical prep, before in your life. Like, this is
I'm just gonna go back and look at the main guy, or excuse me, I'm gonna go back and look at... I have his name written down. At Joseph.
Sure.
Is that normal? What's happening out there?
Oh, you must. Well, you must be pretty. You've obviously had a good life if you haven't had pleasant Kadoyan experience as an elf. Do you mind everyone else here? The peasant looked at you briefly, and for a second, the peasant seemed, or the healer seemed enamored with you, but Timber has paid you no attention. Not everyone is as fortunate as he's still digging around the spots. He looks back. Not everyone's as fortunate as maybe you've been. They don't have proper training. However, trust me, the peasants here, there's a lot of injuries and they have no way to pay for proper medical training, so they've learned themselves. Some of the best you can find for cheap. Especially if it's not life-threatening. As you're hearing this, you hear in the back, okay, I'll sing you a bath song as you scrub. Scrub-wappa. Wappa-dappa. Scrub-wappa.
Oh my god, this is fantastic.
No, that's service.
At least he's enjoying himself.
Here, take this soap. As he throws you a bar soap.
Alright. I don't take off my clothes, but I can still rub the soap on my armpits.
Okay, this is perfect. You're doing great. Okay, keep at it.
Right,
As
yeah.
Joseph says, but trust me, it should be fine for what you need. Now, if there was a big wound, I would have suggested going to the church. As he's still doing around, after a while, you finish up the psalms going on. As it's kind of just calmed down, the interrogation has stopped. You all know that the spell has ran out now. It's been long enough. The scroll has ceased to work anymore. You don't know if you'll pull out another one, but all of you know that it's vanished.
Apologies, Joseph or Captain.
Yes.
I can't help but notice that you haven't confirmed our standings. We're here under official Kadoi business, and you seem to be.
Trust me, I was about to.
Have no interest in confirming it.
No, I was going to do that. That was going to be the last part, though. I didn't want to have to kill you first if you turn out to be a bunch of bandits.
Right.
He kind of weakly smiles at you. I'd like to get the questions out first, but now that's out the bag. We'll talk about that here shortly. So Kit, you come back through the window pretty easily, and he starts. No, others can't see you too well. He pulls out some bandages. He starts wrapping you up on your arms. Your back is kind of fine, but he has to wrap around your back. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna take your hat off. Okay, just.
Don't do that.
No, you don't want me to take your hat off.
Yeah, keep that on. There's bandage over it.
He leans down.
man.
Are you bald too?
I don't like to talk about it.
No. He turns. He quickly runs over. Hold on, guys. We're doing private meetings. As he shuts the door, he takes off his hat. Look, I'm bald too. You can see the really shiny.
Just put it back on.
It's okay. Are you bald?
Here. I pull off the hat, and a small man is sitting on my head.
What?
No.
Oh.
No, not really. Not really.
He's been. Little do you know, the small man is a real gnome. He's like a garden gnome piloting a bigger one.
He's like piloting me, yes.
He's piloting a bigger one. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, here, take some bandages. Here. He starts bandaging you up. After a while, he bandages you up. You don't really. You still feel sore and like shit, but you no longer nasty. You are soaking wet. You're pretty wet. You're not soaking wet, but you're pretty damp still. But you seem to be taken care of. He put some like weird like lotion salve on you. They pulled out from a jar. It was like a jar of mayonnaise, but it was like this clear whatever. As he rubs on you, they bandage you up. Okay, you be great. Now let's go get my payment. About the same time, Joseph, a little bit earlier actually. I'm done. He walks over and actually pays the men for you. Here, Lawrence, your 50 silver. And drops in his hand. Thank you, Captain. Oh, Captain. Actually, never mind. I think Timber would tell you. He looks back to you. Thanks for the business. I say, okay, excuse me. Up.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay, bye. As Lawrence runs off. Okay, as Joseph comes here, hey,
Is Kit looking okay?
nah, he's still at 1 HP, but we can get rid of this little red circle on him.
Okay. You didn't even heal me.
Well, he's not a healer. He's not an apothecary. He's generally what he just bandages you up, make sure it doesn't get worse.
I wanna clarify. Was it a mistake that you said 50 silver, or did they swindle?
No, it meant to be 50 copper.
Okay.
I think I said it right the one time. That yeah, it's 50 copper. Kit, please replace your Rihdarian coin with a bag that contains 99.
99999.
No, it contains 99 silver doctrines and 50 copper doctrines.
So I'll remove the 1 Rihdarian gold and do. Where would I put this?
90, same
SD.
place. ST is silver doctrines. That is.
So that's like how many? How many nines is that?
99, just two. See,
Just 99.
Yeah. So he's had to break 1 silver coin, and you have 50
So,
copper doctrines.
Fawnde, to put it into perspective on how much a Rihdarian gold is, what's like the how much Rihdarian gold would it cost to like buy a car?
I don't know. The easier way to do it in D&D terms. You can always look at conversions, but one coin is worth 100 gold on normal D&D. You guys all have 100 gold on you. And beforehand, you had
How much
500
to
gold.
buy a
That means in your treasury, you guys are carrying literally around a fortune. You guys literally have like nearly 8,000 gold on your people in the treasury box. In like normal D&D terms, you guys are carrying around with no bodyguards. If someone finds out about that, you guys are going to be hunted down by bandits. That's a shit ton of money.
We probably shouldn't have showed him that then. In retrospect.
Oh, who'd you show that?
Oh.
You only showed him one coin.
Yeah, no, you only
Yeah,
showed
but-
him yours. Yeah.
But it's still pretty big, you know?
No, that is.
At least
no,
you didn't flash your pack of 25.
Well, that's all on the same. Yeah, if you guys show the bots.
We almost just flexed on that guy so hard.
Anyway,
Hey,
so you're looking better
Here's
now.
my current total funds of 75 Rihdarian minted gold.
Timber looks over and says, "Boss, I think you should hurry this up. It seems I've heard word when I was out looking for Lawrence that people seem to be gathering in the markets. Not sure why. I don't think any for a bad reason, but probably better to be cautious and send some men out. So if you would not to rush you, of course, sir, but just so you're aware. Thank you, Timber. Thank you." As Timber walks back over and sits back down near the dogs and pets them. As Joseph goes back, takes a seat here. All right, back to what I was saying. What about this snake?
Yeah, his name is Stavros. I hate the guy. Oh, you meant the other one. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
continue.
Do you have something to say?
No, just continue.
No, kid. Do you think I'm a snake?
I mean, you didn't go into the pool.
He's a
But
human.
that's beside the point.
Kid, no. This is important to me that you see me as your leader.
All right, well,
Do you want me to arrest you all, or is someone going to give me answers?
Sorry,
So
this
the
I'm
is
trying
snake
to
internal.
so
answer you.
the snake Sothis, while we were traveling to the Frogolians, had captured us, knocked us unconscious by getting the surprise on us, and we woke up, lo and behold, not dead, and later escaped, about a little under a week, managed to find our way out.
So you're captured by a snake, and you found your way out. And he was also a magic user, so you just snuck away from him.
Silence. Silence scroll. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that
Oh
sound
yes,
weird.
you mentioned that
Silence
you
scroll.
managed to bewilder him with a scroll of your own. Nice
Yes,
preparation.
if but for a moment.
He looks at you for a second and says, "Nice preparation," almost as if he understands the power of being ready with scrolls.
I nod back at him.
Anyway, so you ran away from him. So this creature's still out there.
We dealt a pretty heavy blow to him. I don't think he'll be causing any trouble anytime soon.
Okay. I see. He seems to be pondering for a second. He stops for a second. He looks around and he says, "Magic. All this supernatural nonsense going on. It's too many problems. I hope those problems stay in the swamp. That's what I hope."
You're
Yeah,
telling me.
I don't want to go back out there anytime soon.
I don't want to say I disbelieve you on some of the things you said. However, some of them are very hard to believe. Even if the magic says you're telling the truth, I don't know.
I did open with that.
I don't know. As I said, since you told me more about things, I won't directly charge you for anything. However, we do need to get the permission of the Duke. As he's saying this, you see this man stands up and walks closer. As he puts his arms up, you see it's a man. He just seems to be kind of rutted. He's wearing some light clothes. He seems to be a prisoner. He has this long black hair. On his arms, he's basically shirtless. On his arm, you see this weird-looking tattoo that goes up the left of his arm. Almost looks like a, not really a snake. At first glance, you might think it's a snake, but looks almost like two weird strings, almost like a tail or something, going up his arm, his left arm. And you also see one on his right arm.
Could I, before he speaks, could I insight check the intent of like his face whenever he walks towards the bars?
Sure. I'm assuming you're trying to insight what his reason for this is.
Yeah. Kind of see what he's about to do before he does it.
Oh, he's not. He seems to be coming to talk. That's what he seems to be doing.
Well, more so reading, like, I figure he got up for a reason, probably to say something, but more so reading the expression on his face to kind of understand the intent of what he's about to say.
Well, he seems to be looking kind of charming, as if he's trying to, not, I wouldn't say trick or do anything, but to seem friendly, maybe? Not that he wouldn't be friendly, but that's what it looks like. He looks like his face shows like the look of like, kind of like almost a weird sly friendliness.
Yeah.
He leans in and says, "So, the five of you..." Joseph, stop. No one said you could talk. Why are you talking to them? Oh, Captain. It's just I've seen our five friends here are supposedly important people, without any bodyguards, in a town where they're being interrogated. I figured maybe I could offer them my services, Captain. What? What services do you have to give them? I don't know. Depends what they need. Plus,
Sorry, is this man a criminal?
he turns and looks at you all. Not the man, but Joseph turns.
Can you hit the gritty?
A criminal. Maybe a criminal, but depends what you mean by criminal. A serious criminal, like a murderer? Not really. Small-time criminal? Kind of. Thief? Drunkard? Yeah. Is he worth anything? Probably not. But I guess it depends who you ask.
Gritty, though?
Joseph pulls out a sword. You say I'm a grimy old man?
I was just repeating what Newt said. I don't know what he
He doesn't like. He puts his hand on his hand's always on his hip, but he like raises up a little bit. Where are you going?
Shut up, cat.
nowhere.
Anyway,
Sorry.
you have no
It's
right
not
to
saying
speak.
we're
Go
good.
sit down. Fine, Captain. Well, he turns and he winks at the five of you. If you guys need anything, you know where to find me. As he moseys on over. I'll be out of here tonight anyway. Joseph, he rolls his eyes. Okay. As I said, there's too many things I have to deal with. And now there's a meeting in the market. I will let you go, but however, first I need to run it by the Duke. He has the final say on if he's aware of the situation. He has the final say on if he believes you should be set free or not. So we must go see him at the town hall. Kira, you know something about the Duke. Kind of. You don't know necessarily anything too crazy, but you know a little bit about the Duke from listening to Mayor Hillfort talk about other mayors and dukes and things who run towns. You've heard that Duke Gilbert Ilgut, that's the one who rules Maplewood, Duke Gilbert Ilgut, is a very...
Gilbert?
No, Gilbert. It's like Gilbert without a T. Gilbert.
Dilbert from the comic strips.
No, it's Gilbert. The G.
From the chicken strips?
Gilbert Goffrey?
No. Ilgut. Anyway, he goes on. Well, he doesn't go on, but what you've heard before. You've heard stories of them talk... Mayor Hillfort was talking before with people, and you've heard that Duke Gilbert is a very gluttonous, almost like he's been called a swine and all kinds of things. Like he's a lazy pig who does all kinds of stuff. You've heard the rumor that he turned the town hall basically into his own mansion manor and forced all the business of the town hall to go down to the first floor, and he's taken like the other 3 or 4 floors as his own personal house. He's like super lazy. You've heard so many bad things. Like he's a very gluttonous, unsavory fellow. He's not necessarily a bad person, but he doesn't seem to be... He's not like an upstanding duke or anything, which that kind of made sense to whenever you heard Lawrence made the statement to Joseph about potentially running from duke or something, or from mayor. And you know recently you heard... You know how true it is, but you heard there's this really weird rumor about him and his daughter recently. You're not sure what the details are, but you briefly heard that there's something weird, a scandal or something, between him and his adopted daughter. But you don't know much more about that. But your understanding of this guy is that he is like a typical noble, nasty, super self-centered, selfish, high and mighty, and very just unsavory as a person. So you have this, you kind of, whenever you hear the name, that's kind of how you have the name set in your head right now, from what you've heard before. How true is it? You don't know. But that's what you've heard. Anyway, do any of you have any issues? Go in there. Not that you're not detained, but I can't really say you're necessarily free.
The only issue I have is we have urgent business to attend to that we'd rather not have delayed. Is there any way we can visit a blacksmith to see to our armor?
You can do it afterwards, assuming that it shouldn't be long. Assuming the Duke doesn't decide you're guilty.
Certainly.
Where is
Where's the Duke?
In the town hall.
You know, I should have put 2 and 2 together. I'm sorry.
Well, that's no problem. I don't expect you to know anything. You don't live here. I'll ask you one last time before I go. Why were you out there for 2 weeks? I get that you told me my story, but would that really have taken 2 weeks worth of time? Was it because you were trapped with that snake person for all that time?
That was.
Well, I mean, yeah, for 6... That was like half the week, or half the 2 weeks we were in the snake cave.
Fine. The last thing I'll ask you is, why did he take you? And for what reason did he take you?
He was some kind of, like I said, shaman, warlock, human experimenter.
He instantly stops. He's telling me that he's... Are there other humans there?
None that survived.
He writes in his book, another thing to add to the list. And where was the last place you came from?
Oh, the plant people gave us these, and up of the flowers. They were very thankful about the whole frog thing.
As you hear the man who tried to speak up earlier, he says from his cell, "Oh, those are very pretty. Can I have one of them?" I'd love one.
No.
Maybe the next time we go out there. No guarantees though. I
Ah,
think these are special.
next time. I see. When will you be going back out there?
We'll get back to you on that. We're not so sure ourselves.
Well, like a month, tomorrow,
Definitely not tomorrow.
the next 3 days.
It'll be later rather than sooner.
Oh, so like a couple weeks.
Perhaps.
Ah, well, damn. As he just like
Will
looks
you
away.
be here?
I'll be around.
Well, your
Or-
services may be needed down the road, but I don't want to get your hopes up.
As you're saying all this, you hear another voice come from the way. But they stole our treasure. Our treasure. Joseph is not paying attention to him. He looks at you, Five. As I said, as far as I'm concerned, you had no guilty intentions with that group. I don't know about any treasures or anything else you got.
I do have a personal qualm with the one that I tried to attempt a diplomatic approach with, who decided to breach that diplomatic approach.
Well, that's
Is
not
it
my
right if
business.
Right, but I would like to question the one you have detained, if I may
Sorry.
be.
No, that will be a invasion of privacy. I understand that you have a blossom badge, but you does not mean you have all the rights. Speaking of which, Lisa Hawkins, why do you have those? Not to be rude, but clearly 3 of you aren't humans, and one of you, something I don't even know. You didn't happen to steal those, did you?
Oh no, we were hired by Premier
He-
Councilman Alfonso and Dixie.
Everyone
met us
just
in the,
everyone stopped, and all 4 of them look at you, and they just no one says anything. They're just kind of looking at you, bewildered.
Quite a while ago, we were in Sealford for the famous tournament, and that's where he first met us. And we did a good enough of a show that we got hired.
Stavros will start coughing. It wasn't that impressive.
You
barely
were
made it.
hired personally. These were given to you personally by
No,
the voice of Kadoy.
no, that's a bit of a stretch of the truth. We were a handful in a group of many.
To
And
be
it
fair,
wasn't,
the councilman did personally give those to you. But
I'm not.
Yeah, I just want to
He
make sure
put them
you're aware.
directly in my hand.
I do want to make sure you're aware that you were the only 5 who were directly given these.
Oh, okay. But I'll still kind of. There was several involved. in
We
that.
were gonna be executed, and they
He,
stood up for us.
he stops and he turns. What?
You know how
It
Kadoy
was,
is.
it was a Coliseum show. You know how people are with non-humans.
Okay,
It was a bit of a stunt. I'm not sure the details going on
I-
behind the scenes.
I'm not going. It's hard to believe. If that's the case, you are important people. I don't want to get into it. There's one last thing I have to ask you though, and then I won't have any more questions. Why the hell are you guys wearing scarves, blankets, and other things around your torso and neck? All of you. Firstly, I'm going to say, before you come up with any weird excuse, I don't know if it's going to work. I suggest you just be straight up, because you've been out in the swamp for 2 weeks. In humidity, nastiness. You guys are filthy. Yet you still wear these. I get maybe, I wanted to stay safe, but once you got soaking wet and then this mud and nastiness, I'd assume that the opposite would come into effect. You'd rather be less dressed so you can get rid of the filth.
We put these on after arriving in town so as to not appear, quite as dirty as we.
Those things are still filthy.
Not I'll slightly raise it to show like the disgusting, murky stuff that's on my like my armor looks disgusting. My everything looks. I was literally trudging through mud at the bottom of the river. Like I look.
He
Probably.
takes off his helmet and a blue pompadour pops up.
He's gonna say. So, did you seriously think that this would make you look more presentable?
I mean,
from your
for us
filth.
non-humans, people already think we're disgusting, so
li-
we might as well
literally-
make ourselves a little bit better.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah, let me. Life is like a dream. Boom, boom, boom. How good is he? I want someone to make a deception check. Probably Stavros.
Deception check. I mean, it's.
Or persuasion. Either way, you choose.
Thank you. I was like, I'm not trying to like directly.
Can I
Sounds
help
good.
him?
This guy's crazy.
Can I give him a blessing?
Well,
Oh, silly.
it doesn't matter anyway. But he looks at you and says, "Whatever. I got other things to attend to. This town's falling apart."
All of us do a deep sigh.
Anything you can do to
Phew.
help that doesn't involve going into the swamp? Anything we can?
If you're gonna be here for a day or two, well, he looks at you. We'll get to that after you see the Duke. He may bring it up
Of
himself.
course. Sorry. Cart before the horse.
As he starts walking, Timber, you're in charge of these fools. He looks at Timber for a second,
Oh.
and he does a little. He like flits his nose a little bit, and then he leaves.
Oh, Joseph, quick! What's that spring that you're talking about that was being meddled with?
The Maplewood Springs. What we're famous for?
Dude, we literally saw those like on our way in.
They were beautiful.
Well, you didn't see them when you went, but you saw the steam at least.
Mhm.
Because you saw the steam coming from the mountain range.
Oh, that's what those were. Okay, good to know. I don't know. I was just wondering in case we passed by them.
Anyway,
Maybe
come
give
with
them
me.
a look.
Are we
Come
supposed to
along.
go with him?
I want to note when I said on the way in, I meant when we were arriving from the.
Even then,
not
you wouldn't have.
even
unless
that.
you-
Oh, okay.
It's like an hour out of town, kinda.
I just assumed we came from the opposite direction when we arrived.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
opposite,
okay.
opposite direction though is still not by them. They're kind of off the way.
Listen, most of those are actually misclicks, but not that one.
Good buddy.
Okay, as he leads you wherever. Blah, blah, blah. All right.
I hate plugging my nose whenever I speak as Newt because by the end of the session, my nose is just running. It's so
Let's see,
fun.
where are we going?
What?
Guys, this guy's getting pretty shit rolls.
Move
I
out.
think we could kill
My
him.
nose my nose gets super runny really
Where do I go
easily.
to?
Like I eat food, it runs. I brush my teeth, it starts running. Like
Mhm.
I don't know, man.
You
Probably tell it to stop
better-
running.
Better go catch it.
Alright, guys, it's fun doing this campaign. with you
Lumi
guys,
made
but,
that joke last night.
Oh, okay.
Fuck are you guys doing? Jesus.
You
Hold on.
better
hold
go
on.
catch it.
I'll give you guys a token in just a moment. Dun, 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 dun,
Hey, I
dun.
don't want the token with vision.
I don't want a token.
I only accept
Okay.
Chuck E. Cheese tokens.
Chuck E.
Okay.
Cheese.
Oh, great. Oh, brother. Where's Joseph?
Out of my way. There's not enough space for all of us here. Astra, shove, shove, shove.
Asterisks pushes Hawkins against the wall.
What?
Kills Hawkins.
Oh,
Astra
that-
stops you from killing Hawkins.
I thought that was going
Ah,
somewhere
dang.
else.
Kills Kira.
Punches Kit for 1 point of damage and he dies.
I punched Kit for 11 points of damage, so he's dead.
All right, you guys are. My bladder is killing me. I got to pee again. Good luck.
I think I have 12
Asterisk
HP, not
puts
11.
Stavros
Yeah, for
back to the
13
wall,
HP.
leans over him, leaning on it, looks at him deeply in the eyes. Stavo.
RP takes off Stavros' helmet and plays with his hair, which is not blue and not a pompadour.
Stavros'
Asterisk
swordsmanship
gives,
makes my heart go doki doki.
gives Kit uppies, throws into air, catches multiple times.
Give us Kit uppies, throws, fails the roll, kills me.
Kills Kit by throwing too hard into sky, but not
We're no longer
Roll on
friends,
catch.
not RP.
not that.
Watch your tone, motherfucker.
How would you
I just
like
imagine
to?
Stavros taking
Sword
off his
fight
head,
me.
and it's a backwards pompadour. Instead of it going forward, it goes like to the back of his head.
And then he twists it around like a Lego brick. I can't believe
Okay,
this
I'm back.
Shmeeb is a Neon Divide NPC avatar.
What?
This is the
Remember
fun
the-
part, guys.
Yeah,
where I
like
get
a
to
avatar.
oh, wow. This is the fun part where I get to make you guys permanent slaves. Whereas Duke Wilbur's gonna be like, no, you're in jail.
We're already like we've already been 4 different group
Am
slaves
I at
in this
least going to
campaign.
get money for selling my friends as slaves?
No, you're gonna be one of them.
No.
Can we cancel Schmid?
Whoa, I'm a human.
There are human slaves. Just
Oh
very rare.
yes, we are fellow
Human slaves
humans.
are also worth a lot more because they're less. It's less acceptable.
Goodbye,
right after hitting 1K
Shmee.
supports
Hey,
slavery now.
let's-
Like,
Yeah, you're weirdly worth more
That's a
than they
good
are.
idea, Fawnde. Let's sell Schmid as a slave instead.
Well, to be fair, Nude's probably worth more because he's an unknown species. But
No, he's just a bullywog. Smiles.
it's a weird looking bully one.
He's just a femme lizard folk.
He's a femme frog. Where did Nude go?
Okay.
inside, where there's air conditioning because it's not British.
Not British. What the hell?
That's a wall. It's
Oh,
also
I
a
didn't
wall.
even think about doing this. Holy shit.
This way. Oh, that's a door. What the hell?
There's another door
Okay,
right here.
let me find.
I walked in front of that one and it didn't show me.
I love
Oh,
their
it's-
Minecraft terracotta floor.
I wish to
Yeah.
perceive with my eyes.
So
I
as-
perceive even harder.
As you guys are, before we did that, as you guys are walking
On a
towards,
block, both their eyes.
as you guys are walking towards this place, of course you've heard the rumors, Kira, that Duke Gilbert Ildut has turned the town hall into his personal manor, and upon entering it, you would kind of believe it. Before you get here, though, you see, you have to go around some corners, and you see this really big open area that's surrounded by this limestone white road. You see it's really tall, the tallest building you've seen so far. It seems to be about 5 stories tall, super large, has this red roof like all the other buildings here. They all have red roofs, made of wood and stone brick. It's a very, very nice building. There's a couple of balconies on the other layers. There's some nice plants around, and there's a lot of people around just traveling. No one seems to really be going in and out, but a lot of people, this is like the center of town, so a lot of people pass through here. But as you enter, you can quickly notice that there's a bunch of nice yellow tile floors and a couple of chandeliers that hang down from the ceiling. You then directly, right away, you notice the receptionist working at the front desk. However, you quickly notice how cramped the floor is. There are several desks, chairs, all crowded around on this one room. There are several bookcases and shelves that are used as seem to be makeshift walls that are trying to form some level of privacy between sections. There are papers and books spread all over the tables, some even on the floors. You see documents that can be sticking out of the drawers and bookshelves. And in the distance, you hear some people talking, and the voices carry very easily. And for a town hall, this is probably the most unorganized, worst town hall you've ever seen in your life. It's so unorganized, disorderly, and honestly, it makes you doubt the competence of the town's governing office. However, Kira, you can believe that the rumors you heard are probably true, because it seems like all the offices in this place have been squished down to the first floor. But it's like, for the rest of you, this is like, what the fuck? It's like a pigsty. But as you walk in, you are led by Joseph. Here, come this way. We need to check in with the receptionist. Hello there. Ah. Hi there, Captain. Oh, I see you have some guests, do ya? Yes, I do. We're looking to meet with the Duke. Captain, of course you can meet with the Duke. Would you like me to call him down? That'd be great. Thank you. As you look at this guy, so the person who knows this, probably only Stavros. I don't think the rest of you would probably pay enough attention. Stavros, this guy looks extremely similar to the voice of the Senate. Not the voice of the Senate as in the Speaker of the Senate. That's what it'd be. This is a guy, you saw him. You know him better because you lived in the capital your entire life. This is a guy who spoke at the tournament. It looks like him at least. But it does not sound the same. It's very similar. Almost same outfit, same hair.
Do I know you?
You must be from the capital, aren't you?
That's right.
You're probably thinking of my brother. Like, we're almost twins, but not really. It's a year apart. But we look very similar. As Joseph starts walking away. Whenever you guys are done over here.
Yes, you
Let's over that. Then he comes back. He's like, never mind. I like this area over here better. Excuse me, girl.
Definitely a striking resemblance.
Yeah, me and my brother, we both decided to become government workers, and we were both supposed to become speakers. However, I got stuck here in this shitty little place. I plan on leaving sometime soon, though. I'll try and get to the capital. This place isn't worth it.
I see.
Yes. Can you guys please stop moving around? You guys are literally... The stream camera is freaking the fuck out. Trying to follow you guys.
I understand what it's like to
I'm sorry.
to live in the shadows of a sibling.
Well, you know, it is what it is. Truly, I'm just as good as he is. It's just, luck of the draw, I suppose. And now I'm stuck here. He leans in, trying to avoid Joseph Flum. Now I'm stuck here, working for an incompetent duke. How fun.
Yes, it
How
sounds like,
fun. I'll be gone here soon, though.
I see. Wish
I'll let this place rot when I leave from here. Rot, I tell you.
do you
He's
feel
like,
about
he goes like rip up like a piece of paper, but then he stopped himself. I'd have to remake that.
Do you pretty well hold it together here then? Nice.
Hell no.
Oh no.
There's nothing besides, literally, this place is awful. Literally, the entire place is the house of the Duke. He doesn't give a damn.
Nice.
And everything's going to shit. First we had the seer come here warning us. Now the Maple Springs and all this nonsense is going on around here. This town's going to die.
What's the Duke think of all this?
He's pretty pissed. He's losing his income.
Well, right. I guess I'm talking about, does he have a plan of action?
Ask him yourself.
Well, based on your response, I don't believe I get a favorable answer from him.
Anyway, let me go get the Duke.
Oh, right.
As boop boop bing bong. You see, is this man? He goes up these stairs, and then he disappears.
Oh, these are comfy. I always loved the corner. You can put your arms up on both sides. It's like a... Oh, this is great.
Winchling.
I'm
So,
that kid pissed all over the floor.
So Joseph looks at you.
Peed.
Just so you're aware, I suggest you show respect to the Duke. I'm sure you understand how things work. He looks at you, Kara. Good luck.
Thanks.
Would you say the Duke holds any prejudices?
If anything, he has a weird fascination with elven women, so.
Oh no.
I think I'm gonna wait outside.
Yeah, just wait outside. Yeah.
Oh, he stops you.
I
yes,
have the
elven
door
women, but
halfway open.
I mean,
Shut.
you're not related to him, so you'll be fine.
Close the door.
Thank goodness.
Leave faster. Leave faster.
Well, I think you'll be fast. I think you'll be fine. He has nothing over you.
I'm just gonna look over towards Joseph. Have you heard the rumors?
Rumors? What are you talking about?
Rumors that have been floating around about the Duke.
Which ones?
Rumors about his adoptive daughter.
Oh, that's no rumor. She's true. She's really adopted, yeah.
And how he's a very
Can't believe it.
gluttonous man.
Guys, we gotta go.
He like turns his head. Miss. I've been working here for years. It's not about having heard of them. I've literally lived these rumors. The entire town has.
So I'm
We
gonna
know
ask
best.
you: is this man as gluttonous, as lazy as I've heard him to be? Is he a bad person?
I guess I should refute what makes a bad person. Firstly, he stopped and all of you. I think you're bad people for killing those men, even in self-defense. Murder's murder to me. You're bad people to me. However, I still sit here talking to you. The point is, he may have his own problems. However, they're not bad enough for me to... Not bad enough for me to do anything about them yet. I'll leave it at that. If it doesn't hurt the people, it doesn't hurt me.
And he hasn't hurt the people.
No. Well, honestly, you've heard things, and you heard Lawrence. I hate it when people bring up that I should be run for mayor. Imagine this. He does no favors for the people. At all. But what he does not directly hurt the people. So they accept it. And I accept it too. Chaos does not help anyone. Anyway, he should be down any moment. Assuming he wasn't taking a bath. About the same time, you do hear some footsteps coming down, and you see coming out the steps. You see as what's his face? You don't know his name, but the secretary walks out.
Hey, what's his face? The secretary.
He walks over. Boom, boom, boom. Of course, you can't really see it. Then walking down, and you hear a voice. Oh, who the hell's calling me now?
Here
I see this really large. Over there, Duke. As he kind of slumbers over.
When he comes over, I would like to just Duke and do like a sort of the traditional greeting of nobility. Or to nobility, rather.
At least someone has some respect. In front of you, you see Duke Gilbert Eldroot. Let's see if I wrote anything for this guy. I didn't, so I'll write it. I'll figure it out now. Oh, actually, no, I did. I know where it is. Doobie beam bond. 1 second. Doobie doobie doo bum. Alright. You see as this man walks out. You see it is truly, it seems to be a gluttonous man who matches the stereotype of a noble rather well. He just looks to be greedy. His eyes make him seem entitled and almost self-centered. And he seems to be all around someone who you'd probably consider to be a nuisance, especially those of you who are not human, because you know how these types usually are. You can tell the way he walks and the way he holds himself. He has these big old flabs on his cheek. He has his neck and his chin seem to combine. That's how much fat's there. Seems to combine. He has this big... He almost reminds you a little bit of Lollyhops to 7th Fargo Lane, except as a human. He's not overly big, but like when you think of like
Oh my god.
them together, they're kind of similar. Same mannerisms almost. Chubby cheeks. He wears this really fancy fur coat, and he's always wearing almost like the hat that looks almost like the one Kit wears, except it's very clearly a sleeping top, where people would wear them to sleep. He has a bell on his chest, which you don't know why he has that, but he has a bell on his chest. And he wears this really nice, extra large sized, basically gown. And he's coming down with this silky gown. It looks like he just woke up.
Is
And
his
mind
junk
you,
at least tucked away?
oh yeah, no,
better
he's civilized looking, but he looks like a very lazy, gluttonous nobleman who doesn't care about appearances, just about comfort. You get that vibe. He's that type of noble. I think you understand well enough. As you look at him, he has you can't really see his hair, but he just looks awful. And what you've already heard, it's just at least one of you knows how to show respect. It makes sense that we're a human. Every time you see him talk, all of that neck fat jiggles, and it's very distracting. Jiggles every time he talks. Joseph, why did you call me here? For these people? Sir. As Joseph also bows. As he looks at all of you, I suggest you show respect. He kind of like quickly whispers over. He bows. Sir, these are the ones who were suspected of killing those men in the swamps. What men? Why haven't you informed me? Sir, I didn't. Don't cut me off, Joseph. Yes, I apologize, sir. The men I told you about several days ago. No. Those men, I almost forgot about them. As he jiggles. Isn't it flat? His flappiness keeps jiggling. I'm thirsty. As he gets a bell off his chest and rings it. And you see, as the secretary, you just hear a stands up, walks on over. Yes, Your Highness. What can I do for you? Can you get me a drink? I'm thirsty. What would you like, sir? Some cranberry wine. Yes, sir. As this guy walks away once again. Boom, boom, boom. As he goes upstairs. Okay. So, are they guilty, Joseph? Sir, I don't think they are. But, as you told me before, you wanted to judge that for yourself. Yes, you're right. Are you five guilty of killing those men?
I just look at Stravos.
May I speak?
Yes, I'm asking you a question. Though you also have showed respect. You're free to speak.
Well, you see, we did in fact kill these men.
So you are murderers. I knew it.
It was an act of. Sorry, may I? May I
Joseph. Why'd you bring a bunch of murderers in front of me? Sir, I think it was self-defense. Joseph, are you telling me they're not murderers? He just said he was. Joseph looks at you, and he quickly says, no, sir, I think he was confused about the question. You should ask them again. The swamp has him a little, he puts his, he does like the little crazy thing. The swamp has him a little delusional. Give him a second. Ask him again. He doesn't understand what you're asking him. Oh, I understand, Joseph. It makes sense. The swamps would make anyone go crazy. So let me ask you one more time. Because you mustn't have understood. Did you all kill those men?
Sir Duke, I apologize on my phrasing. It was misleading. In an act of self-defense, we fought off the men that we deemed necessary.
So you didn't kill them, you just saw it as a fight. Joseph, why didn't you tell me this? You're acting like they killed these men. The men probably just got lost in there and got eaten by a snake or something. These men didn't kill them. They're just stronger than them. Yes, sir.
You flatter us, sir.
Joseph looks at you, Stavros, like very quickly as he's bowing. He like shakes his head quickly, like at what you were saying. I'm glad to hear that I don't have any murderers in front of me. Been waiting for an execution or something. That would have been fun. So what are you all? You all out there? You hunters or something?
If I may speak on the matter, we are more akin to mercenaries. We are given missions, and
I like that. Go on, tell me more.
yes, we were sent to investigate these men, and they weren't so keen on the investigation, and chose violence when we sought diplomacy.
Sounds like a bunch of ruffians. Bunch of bandits. But, that means you're back now. Does it mean you're free for hire?
Perhaps.
Perfect. I have a job for you. Others might be taking it too, but, if you went to the swamps and you survived, you look pretty well. You kind of looks like well, for the most part, you look pretty well. This this one, well, there's always a weak one. Anyway. Maplewood Springs. I'm sure you know that. I'm sure you love them. They're the pride of Kadoy. They've been tampered with, and we don't know who. Poor Joseph here has been searching relentlessly, door to doors, asking people for information. If you guys would go up there and look around, if you guys can figure out who did it, we could, I could pay you very handsomely.
I appreciate the opportunity to work for a gentleman such as yourself.
Oh, the honor is, you're right, the honor's yours. As his net fat jiggles even more.
Stavros is just like really clenching, but like keeps his head down and everything.
Oh, so he stops and he looks over to Newt. So, are you selling this one?
I'm sure you could.
No.
Well, you dare speak up against me? I could buy you 1,000 times.
I'd like to sort of like thrust my arm into it. I apologize for his behavior. We have yet to complete our mission, so unfortunately, I will not be able to oblige your request.
Well, if you guys go up to the springs tonight when you rest, if you see anything, I'd still be willing to pay you. However, less since you won't take my job.
I see. You're quite fair in your. You're quite fair in your assessments.
How much did you
appreciate
buy
that.
that one for? He points back at Newt.
2,000 Rihdar in gold.
I'll triple it.
Quadruple.
No, triple.
3.5 druple.
This I'm sorry, this one is not at
2 times
liberty,
now.
and neither am I to sell any of these for they belong to another.
How about the elf? Oh, those are antlers. I've been needing another daughter.
As I said, I'm sorry. These another takes claim to all here. I cannot speak on their behalf, and well, neither can they.
Are you telling me none of them are slaves? Who owns them?
We're in the
Sir, Duke. As he leans in a little bit, lean here, he leans in. Duke, I'm not sure if they're 100% right, but they all have blossom badges. From the voice of Kondoy himself. What? No. I don't believe it. Whatever. Anyway, I refuse to believe it. He looks back. He's like, tries to compose himself, but he goes back to Joseph. There's no way it's wrong. Anyway. I'm glad you're not murderers. I promise we'll find the criminals who killed those men and are trying to frame you.
It's unnecessary for you to stick your neck out on our behalf.
Kira and Newt, there was no truth behind his words right there. At all. Just so you're aware. Oh, the honor's yours.
So Duke, for one such as I, for you to do this, I cannot believe it.
Would you like to work for me? I'll give you good pay.
Such an opportunity, I'll have to see to my my obligations, and perhaps I could take you up on that after.
Around the same time, you see as bing bong ding dong, man comes back down the stairs. He runs over. Here you are, Duke. Your wine. So he hands him a nice glass of wine. Oh, about time. Cranberry. Delicious. This is the finest wine in all of Maplewood. Oh. Anyway. Oh. What are you all still doing here for?
Ah, waiting for you to dismiss us. I apologize if we lingered.
He claps, barely moving his wine. Oh, you really do know how to show respect. Many of people don't even know how to respect me anymore. I just wish my
Alright, well,
beautiful
see ya.
daughter. I just wish he stood up. He's like, I didn't dismiss you yet, as your friend said. Where are you going? You see as he suddenly gets angry, his fist clenches as you walk past him. Where are you going?
Just talking to my teammate here, Kira.
Who said you could speak while I'm talking? You see as he's starting to, like, his eyes squinting, his mouth is starting to turn. He seems to be getting fucking angry.
Just sit down, dude.
He turns and looks at Stavros. Perhaps you should tell whoever owns him that, to, whenever you get back to them, to inquire with me about payment. I might just be taking him myself.
I'll certainly have a word with them. I apologize on his behalf. He's, as you can see, not one of the...
Well, I don't mean have a word with him, with his owner. I'll keep him and teach him a lesson. Well, it means to be a proper slave. Oh.
You know something about being a slave?
I've never been one, but I have plenty.
You wanna be one?
I remember the most beautiful slave I ever saw. Ah, my dear daughter Miranda. Miranda was such a beautiful young girl. I remember when I first bought her as a slave. And then I adopted her and set her free. There will never be another slave like her again. Now she's all grown up. I just wish you'd come back and say hi to Daddy more often. Miranda. How beautiful. Hawkins, you're getting a weird similarity to Lollyhops right now. And his, he seems more and more similar to Lollyhops every second.
Can I do an insight to see if he has any bullywog in him?
Sure.
Like maybe a great ancestor.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Fucking looks like a bullywog.
It'd be past if he put a bullywog in him.
Oh yeah, you know right away that Lollyhops is actually him but disguised. So this guy's actually Lollyhops.
Oh, shots.
Wait, what?
No cap.
I'm fucking with you.
That would have been
real?
a fucking
For real?
plot twist.
It would have made no fucking sense, but it would have been funny.
You should have just rolled with it.
Nah, it would have ruined too many things. Anyway.
Do I
no.
get an answer then?
You can't tell. You probably doesn't. You think he's just...
That makes sense.
It's just a coincidence. He's just a sleazebag.
Okay. So I'm looking at his
Yeah.
chin. I was like, it really does.
He's just fat and a sleazebag, it seems. And a little bit of a pervert, it seems, too.
Pervert.
He stops and he looks over. Beautiful elf. Do you know any way to grow back the antlers of one who's lost them? I think Miranda would be so cute if she had her antlers back.
I'm just gonna stare at him and just shake my head left and right. No.
How much to buy your antlers?
They're not for sale.
How stingy. Oh, Miranda, you're still just as beautiful. He stops. He's like, anyway, as I said, you need to show some respect. He looks at you, didn't Newt? I didn't dismiss you. Anyway. You're now dismissed.
Thank you, Sir Duke.
Yes, remember, if you have, find any clues, let me know.
But of course, you'll be the first to know.
As you leave, bing bong ding dong. He also, as you move, he's kind of like shooing you away. But Joseph does follow you guys out.
I wanted to
Pick
pull a
up Kit.
clee and just fucking blast. I just want to fucking shoot him in the head.
Joseph follows you guys out. Oh, he comes out the other door since there's over here. Boom, boom. Well,
These roads are really thin.
congratulations. That's not really it's not a road, but yeah. Congratulations. It seems you all are free men, though you almost incriminated yourself.
I apologize about that. I didn't
No,
realize
it
he was,
is. It literally, if you would have said you didn't do it, he would have believed you.
I see.
But if you mentioned that you did it, he would have probably ordered me to execute you. Not there, because he wouldn't have wanted the floors to be ruined, of course.
Of course.
Right.
Great guy.
No.
Anyway, he says a few more things. I suppose I shouldn't keep you any longer, but here. Well, I suppose I don't have any on me. He points down a little bit. Over there, you see it, is our town board. I suggest you go there and pick up some of the brochures about our town. There should be plenty. There's no tourism. There's also plenty of potential quests or things to do if you wish there. As he seems to be like, I'm sorry about all the interrogation earlier. Be it if you're guilty or not, I appreciate the help. And he looks over it and he says, if you guys need anything, I suggest you go to the town board. If you do any question, turn them in here for pay. I suppose a piece of advice. If you are plan on staying the night here, as it's getting pretty late now, the inn in town is pretty much booked, as no one wants to go up to the Maple Springs. However, now would be a good time to go to the Springside Inn and at least experience the inn. The prices are dropping there. As, well, there's no business. So now is the best time ever if you want to go on a mini vacation. Plus, I think at least one or two of the springs, not the better ones, but one of the two of the smaller ones are probably open. So it might be pique your interest after being in the swamps for so long. And it'll be cheaper than normal. That's up to you. You find on the brochure. There's no need for me to tell you everything at the town board. Also, last thing, I suggest he leans in closely. He kind of like, all you're more in a circle. He leans in closely to all of you. Last piece of advice. I suggest you all go to the church and repent for any sins you performed. Revost will. As long as they were those of a warrior, Revost will cleanse you. He's cleansed me many times. That's my last suggestion to you all.
Thank you.
Otherwise, you may regret it. Also, he starts walking away. If you hear any news or remember anything, please let me know. If you see anything, report it as well. But I know how it is. If suddenly you sleep and remember something, or you suddenly remember something out of nowhere, let me know.
That was interestingly phrased. Thank you.
Yes. I know how people are. As he walks away. Anyway, good luck. He leans back. I suggest you stop interacting with the monsters of the swamps. As he walks away, he says, We've already lost our main hero with him working with monsters. Now's not the time to be working with monsters. Never is really, but especially now, as he walks away.
Noted.
He's referring. He was.
I
making
think I know
reference.
who he's talking about.
You guys probably should.
I know that guy.
Anyway, Joseph leaves. And let me put us back on Maplewood map. And I'll use the restroom one last time while you guys figure out what the hell you're going to do.
If we're going to be playing for a bit, can we take a
We'll
10
take
minutes?
let's take.
Or 10
try-
minutes?
Let's try and take a 10, yeah. Because we were going to stop at 5 anyway.
Need to Needs a jerk off break after looking at the Duke.
We'll take a 5
I gotta
minute
go.
break. Did you guys see
Oh my God,
Maplewood?
man.
Why didn't my stream see this? Heck? Refresh.
Because they don't have a token.
Well, they can see through your guys' tokens.
No.
Okay, there we go. It's working now.
Oh,
When you guys go to the board, you basically get a pamphlet, assuming that's where you go, that basically gives you all the information that you have right now already. So that all the information I've given you is basically in the pamphlet. Important people, places.
whatever everybody's like around Stavros would definitely have like a team huddle sort of thing.
Yeah, we'll get to that after
We're
our
gonna-
5-10 minute break.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
We'll get started no later, unless someone's missing, than 4:10, ideally a little bit sooner.
Okay.
So basically, we're just free to go wherever now.
In the city, yeah. So think about that. But I'm gonna use
Okay,
restroom
so
some of that
Are we
drink.
figuring this out in character or out of character, guys?
I mean, either
Up
way.
to you guys,
it's
doesn't
fine.
matter. Right back.
But generally, I think we have to drop. First thing first, I think, is drop our equipment off at the smithy that needs to be repaired before it closes, so that we can pick it up.
Wait, stables. You'd buy horses.
I don't.
Rich as fuck.
I don't know if that's the first thing we should do. Maybe we could do that in the
Oh,
morning.
well, obviously not the first thing, but that's
Yeah.
something we could do.
I think in order of things that we need to do
Mhm.
from the town board is smithy. Make sure we get our stuff in
Bath.
before.
I think we need a bath first.
Now,
I'm already clean.
unfortunately, the bath is not nearby. But that is also where we're going to be staying, which I believe to be our next order of business. And then in the morning, after we're all clean and good, we should take the guy up on the thing where we go to the temple, or at least Stavros will. It's up to you if you think you.
I am also going to.
And then we'll pick up our stuff in the smithy, and then I totally agree on the stables and perhaps even the general store to get some supplies. Rations.
Yeah, I need to buy more ammo
Yeah, so I would say
and a spyglass.
smithy, drop up our armor and go to the springs to wash up and rest. And then I think that's probably where the session might end, but we might have a chance to go to the temple, general store, and stables.
I'm thinking full-on market episode. Poggers.
Oh yeah, market for food, I guess. General store for supplies.
Also because we're rich and we could basically buy anything.
Well, we don't want to flaunt it.
Well, yeah, but we're still gonna buy shit.
I think who's you keep track of the money, right? And do you have a feat or a thing that allows you to get better deals?
I have, I believe, a feat in which if I am a part of a let's see this wingman, I can boost the charm. Oh shit, I always forget this. I can give advantage on charisma.
Well, that's good to know now after all these Christmas checks.
Yeah, that is. If I were to think about it, yeah.
But definitely gonna need kid around for.
I also have a smooth talker, where every deal is made 10% better. I don't know how that works for.
Well,
things
I
that
think
aren't quantifiable.
Yeah, I think Kit's gonna be our essentially, like we tell Kit like, hey, this is what we're doing, and Kit's like, okay, and then he negotiates the deals and stuff.
Yeah, you guys, though I keep that in mind, you guys do need to openly tell me you're doing something. But it's most definitely more related to business stuff.
Oh yeah, we 100% was just kind of like a game plan of the day. We didn't do anything.
And Newt has something like that too for the opposite, just vocal stuff. Assuming that's when he picked. I think that's, I don't know.
I picked the one that helps me talk to people. Yeah.
Yeah, so he has the same thing.
I trust Un, but I don't trust Newt with conveying information.
Yeah, the more I think about Newt being in character, being the communication, it makes
Oh no,
less
it's
sense to me.
great. I like it.
Makes no sense to me.
Every single time, I'm just like,
The thing with Newt is that he's really good at conveying information, but he's terrible at like a filter on what information he should and shouldn't share.
That's true.
Which Stavros is the opposite of like he not the best at conveying information, but he knows exactly what should and shouldn't be said. He's well versed in what should and shouldn't be said.
At the very
Maybe
least,
you gotta sit down and speak to Newt about it.
Perhaps.
At the very
Maybe
least,
that's gonna come up here.
you guys didn't get arrested. That would have been awkward.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, when we sleep, where are we sleeping? Are we doing the inn or just the bathroom?
We are going to have to. They said the one here is full, but the one over by the hot springs isn't.
Okay, so
you
we'll go
guys
to the
yeah,
hot springs and have our dream orgy.
What?
We're having a dream orgy. We're all gonna flip the coin at the same time.
Stavros
take a
doesn't
nap.
know anything about this.
You keep
Well,
your dream
maybe
orgies
you
to
don't.
yourself.
Yeah. The me swills the noon. Or
Okay.
sorry. Kit, Newt, and Hawkins. Winks. Wins
Oh.
MVP.
Is everybody here or Swill still?
This is innocent.
Swills is
Okay.
jerking off.
Sorry, I
Yeah,
just really
he
loved
got
that.
he really liked
acted
Duke
up.
Gabriel good.
Is Duke based on the Duke from Resident Evil?
What do you mean? You mean the name?
Like the big fat guy named Duke.
Oh
in
no,
Resident Evil?
that's just his title. He's the Duke of Kadoya.
It's literally
like-
a Duke.
Yeah, it's literally the title.
Duke.
Yeah,
And,
but like
there are mayors, but this guy's a Duke, so he's like higher than the mayor. It's like he's a Breeborn guy.
I thought it would be cool if he
Not
was.
more important than us.
If you thought about it.
Well, actually, he is probably about 1,000 times more important than you guys in terms of Kadoy.
Our status is good, but not like noble good.
Oh no, your status is literally nothing, besides without the Blossom badge.
We need to get drip.
That's important,
what
you
we
know.
need.
But you guys are just like a secret foot squad soldiers, you know. You guys really aren't anything important at all. Totally expendable.
Alright, let's kick Hawkins out of the team and then we'll be cool.
Yeah, I mean, he must.
That's why it's dangerous. You don't know how much they value. Maybe if you went and reported back like, hey, we boom 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 boom, they'd end up interrogating you and cutting your brain out and going through all your brain information.
Poggers. They'd be fucking scarred for forever. if they
Oh, you'd
saw
be
my
dead
shit.
probably.
Yeah, but they would be really scared.
Would probably be pretty scared. So much. Keep in mind your quests that you guys have open, the ones that you could consider doing, maybe. You guys do also. I just said it in Matrix. Okay, let me look at it real fast. Boom, dun, 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 dun. I didn't make this quest. Oh shit, that's not it. But you do. I didn't make this quest, but there's technically a kind of quest you're gonna do if you get the crown for lollipops that you know is in this town somewhere.
I don't do quests.
going to go do
I take
something now.
missions.
Okay, well, you know that you technically I could turn into a quest that you could take if you wanted about the crown. So keep that in mind. There's a crown here you might want to do. Otherwise, you got the other ones. The last ones, I mean, tell the strange group of uniformed men. It might be too late for that one. Who knows? If you just even considered finishing that one. Oh, I guess you guys did actually. Oh, you guys did it Maplewood, no? So you guys finished that. Arrive on Maplewood. Make it to the Maplewood Marsh. You got that. Oh, here we go. I'm like unlocked some of this stuff. Okay, so your acquired Taylor has been updated.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Friendly fraud message is to where it is. Tiny plants where it is. You completed those two. You didn't take. Well, you've yet to take the one about Anthros. It's kind of not a quest anymore, but it's there. And tell the. You literally cannot report to the informant on time, I don't think. Okay, well. We'll see what happens with that one.
Informant?
Let's talk about the tell a
We
strange.
were on a mission.
Yeah, you technically still have that mission you were on. However, no.
Stavros is going to be talking about a lot of things in a moment when Swills gets back.
Yeah, we will. I'll address that if it's brought up or not. Oh, Maplewood. What a lovely place. Two seconds in a human town, and you're almost already arrested. It's always fun.
Pog.
I was under the impression that when people attack you, that you have every right to their lives are forfeit at that point.
Yeah, but you're also not the one who is in charge of deciding that. So
That's true, but I had evidence that suggested more in our favor than the lack of evidence they had.
I wish we could use laughing emojis IRL.
But
You
why?
can just laugh and
Yeah,
sound like
really.
you're crying at the same time.
You boomers would never understand.
Splash some water on your face and then laugh.
Are you ready to rumble?
Oh,
I'm kind of ready to rumble.
Oh,
I could rumble a bit.
The heck? What does that even mean?
don't touch me.
What? Man, Swills is taking a huge dump.
Yeah, I agree. Hope we didn't take it out in the street. That'd been awkward.
So I'm playing D&D.
well, Five, do you happen to know anyone with either of these things? This or this?
Jan, I don't think Mofire's more tired than Shmeeb.
I'm pretty tired.
I don't know anyone who has either of these two. Actually,
Dang it.
I probably know
Poggers.
someone who has the Usasaki clothing. But I'll probably have to ask them.
I'm trying not to cough up $30.
Un turned into a boother. Oh god.
I mean, he's been a boother for a while.
Oh god.
Maybe I found this because last night you were like, you should do more ghost stuff. And I was like, I wonder if there's anything I could find. I found this.
Just put the ghost shader on you.
So kind of wacky stuff.
True.
Yeah, that's what I told him to do. Just make it like 90% transparent.
There's some really sick ghost shaders out there.
There are. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Yikes.
Okay.
I'm glad you didn't run to the store and get lost for 40 minutes.
Once.
I forgot that happened.
that was
So
a rough day.
I haven't eaten dinner today, so I was kind of waiting for us to take our break.
Fair enough. To be honest, I didn't know if we were going to go on this far, but I just says 3 hours technically. Actually, this is about as long as I thought it was going to be.
I got a fucking
anyway,
Belgian waffle and
doesn't-
chocolate poggers.
Anyone have any questions before we continue?
I'm good to go.
Okay.
I'm also good to go.
And lights,
Yeah,
camera,
very
action. The curtains fall. You're all currently standing outside the town hall. You see in front of you, where Joseph is now walking
Dude,
away.
that was
but
a
he-
crazy rhyme.
I didn't like that rhyme.
Joseph, okay, buddy. Joseph gave you a couple tips of advice on things you might want to consider doing. And as he walks away, you can see down the street from the town hall. You can see on the map here. You see the thing called town board, and between that, it's kind of like almost in the market. And if you walk down the road and you get real close to the market, but you can go to the town board.
On the
Excellent.
way before we approach a group, I'd be like, hey, could I speak to all of you for a moment?
What's up, Stravos?
Well, first I would like to apologize to Newt for what I had to do to ensure our safety. I'm not sure you're aware of what these types of people are capable of. As a boy, I interacted with people fractions of as important, or maybe perhaps even close to. And as a human child, even I received punishments very very harshly for misbehaving or being improper. I'm sure you can, yeah, based on how you've been treated in your experiences, you'd know that, well, it could mean your life, one wrong move. So if I ever seem like I'm behaving differently in front of these folks, it's not out of any sense of duty or respect for these individuals, but rather our safety.
Guys, I found some extra rations in the bottom of my bag. It's really good. Oh.
Stravos,
What is that?
don't worry. We know. It's
Right,
Kadoy.
Sorry, Newt gave me a look when I thrusted my arm into his side. I just wanted to make sure he he understood it. I didn't do it out of malice for him, but rather concern.
Some of us here don't really understand the hatred that these humans have against non-humans, but we'll all learn.
I feel like it was less of a hatred from him and more of a didn't even see you as sentient beings.
Okay.
Additionally, on the note of the idea you had, Newt, about playing both sides, I think you should do the opposite and abandon what these stand for as a hold of the Blossom Badges, at least for the moment, for the time being. It could be seen that we've abandoned our duty, that we've gone AWOL, and I think that we should be very, very careful about even thinking about using these, at least until we can perhaps get away from Chronos' grasp. And even then, we should think twice before even showing these to anybody.
Honestly, fuck it. Fuck both sides.
Could you elaborate, Newt?
All to hell, man. Fuck the humans.
I was
Fuck,
just joking about the
fuck
orgy
it.
thing.
Fuck all of it.
Right, well, Newt, I think I understand what you're saying, and I agree we should think about ourselves first and what's best for our safety, our lives, because that's what we should put first. And, well, these things, as much as they could help us, it's a double-edged sword, they could hurt us. I don't think we should discard them. They still could have their use, but, Hawkins, I wouldn't haphazardly wave these around.
I understand, but I think in this particular situation, there's no chance we would have gotten through, especially with that zone of truth.
I still think we should have maybe discussed it prior to making that our second or even third option. But I understand your actions, and all's well that ends well. But it very well could come back to us, and if and when it does, should be prepared. Be that as it may, I think our best course of action is to again get to take the advice that was given to us, check out the town board, and I believe our first stop should be the smithy. Our armor is in tatters. We'll need you for that, Kit. You're always good
no
at
problem.
negotiating deals. And of course, any expense that comes out of your broken Rihdarian corn, we'll keep track of, and we'll use our money for the sake of the party. All right.
And then what? What's after the smithy?
I see we're almost to the town board. Thank you for walking and talking.
I could see it slowly getting bigger. That's what she said.
It's just getting closer. It's a matter of perspective. You see, as you say, explaining
So,
relativity.
Fawnde, what does it say? I say in character.
As you run into it, it's actually a lot better than you thought.
Oh, I run directly into it. Well,
No,
how many damage do I take?
Before you run into, you die on 1 HP.
Oh, fuck.
Before you get there, you have to go kind of through the market a little bit to get there, because there are some bushes that are kind of like shrubbery bushes, little, not even a park, but just some nature that they have set up between there. So you have to go around a little bit. So you have to enter the market first. And let me get you here into the market. Here into the market. Very nice little place.
I don't want to be in the market.
Well, the town board is in the market.
No, I know.
Yeah.
We're just doing the market now,
Let me get you.
Or are we going to get back there?
We'll come back.
Cool.
Yep, as you get to the market, you realize it's a little ways down, and there are some small houses and shacks around. But you kind of show up behind a stand.
No, I go around.
You go around. This
Park
man's
here
like,
now.
"What the? Why are you guys behind me like this? What's going on?"
Can I get a job here?
And quickly he stops. He turns around. And he pays back. He seems to pay back attention to what's going on here at the well. And whatever. Here, I'm trying to listen to this. As you get there, let me 1 second. Let me do something with the stream camera. Boom, bean, bean. Okay. Okay, as you get there, you quickly hear a lot of noise coming from what you can now see very clearly. A large crowd is gathered around more or less the center of this thing. There you hear someone playing what looks to be some kind of instrument, a weird looking banjo, and he seems to be singing as he's sitting on top of this giant, what seems to be kind of like a fish looking statue that's in the center of this town. And out of the mouth of this fish is coming this stream of water. It's just a very typical center of town, nothing special to it besides it's a nice looking statue. But this man is somehow about 10 feet up in the air, sitting cross-legged on top of this fish, and he is singing some type of song, and there seems to be a large crowd currently around him. I'll also show you the picture of this guy. No, I don't have a picture, I just have but it's this guy with a weird-looking banjo, smoking a cigarette and a weird hat, sitting atop, singing a very, seems almost like a weird, melancholic kind of song.
His hat's almost as weird as Kit's.
I think his banjo winked at me.
You know, I think that because of my relationship with Jolly Colorado and him being such a beautiful musician, I would like to check perhaps if I know the genre of this song or if I've ever heard it.
Yeah, one second.
Are there
Running
any
into technical difficulties.
Are there any cover artists that we've recognized that have played this song?
Any of you? Actually, all of you can do. After hearing this, do me an insight check, all of you.
Okay.
Kira, you can do it with advantage.
Fine.
Wait, you say my name?
Yeah, Kira, you can do it with advantage if you want to do it. Let me see what's wrong with this song. 1 second.
23, baby.
A song called Skeletons Boning on the Bed.
No. Why is this not working?
I'm playing a song called Plant-Based Meats, by far the best climate investment.
Did you say anyone with proficiency can roll twice?
No, anyone can. This is something that you all may know.
I'm rolling twice.
No, I don't think that's what...
Ragnar the Red.
Then how come Kira could roll twice?
No, well, they have advantage. Because
yeah, why?
They've lived in this place a lot longer than you.
Yeah.
And they're naturally talented in this.
Because the DM says so.
Yeah.
Are you questioning the DM, Un?
Where is this?
There's why you're not MVP.
No! My argument when someone makes the ugly baby noise.
Oh, there we go. 1 second.
How do you beat someone that starts like baby crying? Like I
You literally can't.
You can't argue back. You're just like, oh, okay, I guess I
Imagine you're
lost.
fighting a grown ass man like in a fist
start
fight, and he
feeding
starts
them.
baby crying.
start breastfeeding them.
Start lactating.
This is happening now.
So the people know. So Hawkins, you have no idea. Not really, at least. Not from this. You don't know. Kit, you've
Just
been told.
bangs.
So, Kira, you know. At least you think you know. Kit, you think you've heard a story from your master as well. Stavros, you kind of. Once you see the banjo, Stavros, it clicks with you. And Newt, you kinda, you don't necessarily know who it is for sure, but you kind of get the vibe from it. But this is at least you all believe it, as someone that Kit you've heard from, and Kira, none of you have ever met this person, but you've heard of them. This is, imagine
Dragon?
imagine the popularity of Chronos, except there's someone like that who's not a hero. This is a man who is known as the Foreboder. He is a man who travels around, and he goes to places, and he usually sings, tells a tale, talks, and he's famous for only ever going to places that will soon or have been put into some dire situation, have been put in jeopardy. They've either been destroyed or something awful's happened. That's why they call him the Forebodar,
Terrorist.
because he forebodes the coming of doom. He's kind of like a doomsayer. And so you recognize this as the banjo. He has a very unique appearance. He hides his face with this giant hat. He has this weird-looking banjo with a face on it. But yeah, you recognize that's who this guy is. As you guys are traveling, you hear him singing the song. It goes on, and this crowd's going around. And then suddenly you all see as a man jumps up on...
A meteor.
He doesn't jump up to where he is, but he stops singing, and the Forebodar starts playing like this really weird, melancholic, almost eerie backdrop, and this man jumps up, and as soon as he sees this, he starts playing this. And he stands up. He looks like a normal peasant, nothing special, but he puts his arms out, and he says, "My friends! We are doomed, I tell you. We are going to die if we don't do something. Look! Look who's here singing to us all. Do you not recognize him? He's the Forebodar. He's the one that is called the Northern Reaper. The Reaper who doesn't take lives, but forebodes the death of many. When will you open your eyes? First, the seer that came from the capital, they only left a few days ago. And they told us of the horror that would befall our town. The seer warned us. They were official as well. They weren't just some random seer. And what else? The springs have been tampered with. All of our tourism is gone. We are in an economic recess because of this. And what is our Duke doing? Duke Gilbert, Duke doesn't give a damn about us. He doesn't care about us. All he cares about is his damn daughter and how much he loves her. His damn scandalous ass doesn't give a damn about us. What's even worse? We can't even sleep at night in peace. Our dreams are being invaded by a monster. Stealing our dreams, giving us nightmares. We're being tempted by the devil. Do you not understand? Caravans, travelers, they're being attacked on their way to Port Crevice and back and forth. How many people have been killed? Our nation's hero has turned out to be evil. Chronos the humble is not humble at all. He's a murderer, a monster. Even war is coming to us. Have you not heard the rumors? We're soon to fall into war. How can it get worse? It can't get worse, but yet it still can. We need to stop living ignorant. Do you not get it? Do you not understand? We're falling apart. Everything's going to shit. We're getting warned left and right. Now even, he points up to the man up there, even the Forebodar is here. He never shows up unless something bad will happen. How many more signs do we need before we realize that if we don't do something, we're going to die? I don't think we should be scared, but we can't keep being ignorant. At the same time, you hear a bunch of people start breaking out arguments. You hear people saying, no, I think Kadoy needs war. We are one of the strongest nations. There's been peace for 25 years after the Continental Liberation Wars. It's time that we strike while we're the strongest. There's no point in just dwindling off. No. Peace is good. What about my children? Damn your children. They'll have no future unless we act now. They'll die in the war. I don't give a damn. And you hear other people saying, and then you hear a couple people who are like, almost look like they're praying. He's not taking our dreams. He's giving us peace while we sleep. He gives us, you damn cultists. That's a monster in your sleep. You need to buy dream catchers. You see men holding up dream catchers? I'm selling dream catchers. These are the only way to protect yourself at night. No, I swear he's good. He helped me. He gives me good dreams. He's tampering with your mind, lady. No, I swear And you hear other people keep going on. Some people are saying, that seer, he must have just been a seer. He couldn't. No, but even the Forebodor's here now. It can't be a coincidence that there was a seer and now the Forebodar. And someone else brings up, even not to even mention Duke Gilbert, but even Sir Galvera Pestador, he's more worried about Armina. He's sending all those supplies up north. He doesn't give a damn about us either. He's trying to help the people up north in her lands for the war or whatever. We're helpless here. And you hear some others, for the first moment, some other people seem to agree. I think you're right. He should worry about us, not about others. And you hear this goes on for a few minutes. And then the song suddenly stops as the foreboding. Everyone stops as his music stops. Everyone looks up, instantly drawn to him. And he says, hold on. He says out loud, will you stand with civilization, the tamer of the wild? Or will your comfort bring you to dance in the savage splendor of the wild mother? Walk your road, for no longer can another one be built. Then he stands up. He looks up to the sky. Having spoken, a doomsayer departs. Quickly, he strums his guitar as you see actual symbols come out, and they scatter into the sky, leaving what he wrote there for a moment. As he starts to, he drops something, a giant fume of smoke pops up, and it covers the entire top of this area. And when it clears, he is no longer there. What the hell? As I said, we're doomed! He's literally magical! He can't be a human. He's the Reaper! I've told you, he's the Reaper! As people start freaking out, and there's a lot of chaos going on now.
Can I have been dancing through all of that?
Yeah, wherever you wanted to.
Can I do a performance, maybe?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Though, the guy behind you would have looked at you and said, stop freaking dancing, you're distracting me, I'm trying to listen.
It's very good music. Check this out. I saw this woman in a swamp do this move.
He's not paying attention anymore. He's looking over you. He's looking over you. But yeah, you guys heard that. It seemed they were having a meeting.
So,
you see some of the guards were around that seemed to be stationed by you guess, Joseph Flum. That's his mention.
I'm gonna assume that me, Newton, Hawkins, all know what the dream bit was about.
Up to you.
I think I know what the dream was about.
I say to Newt and Hawkins.
Dream bit. So the music's so fast. That sucks. So that music was real good. That was wonderful.
I don't think we're the only ones that have been contacted by the Dreamwalker.
Fuck. First time was special.
Yeah, that was
good.
good.
Fuckers.
Yeah, sorry.
Now everyone's got it. Everyone's in town's got it. Fuck.
I'm kind of like personal friends with him. It's no big deal.
All right, we just have to become friends with them before they do.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna do the dream orgy.
Let's all do. We can do it tonight whenever we sleep.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
don't know if I was thinking of saving it for maybe an emergency.
What are you guys talking
Yeah,
about?
but it would be cool to do it just whenever.
Did I hear dream?
Oh, the Dreamwalker.
You didn't hear anything. I push him away.
As you were saying this, you see this man who was over here. He said he leans up. He kind of walks through saying, "Are you guys talking about that monster?
Monster? I don't think he's much of a monster.
The one who invades your dreams and says he'll give you good dreams and then gives you nightmares.
He's definitely weird.
I've heard that if you buy dream catchers, you'll be safe. But those damn fanatics, the ones who claim that he's all great. How foolish can they be? A creature that enters your dreams must be a monster. No matter how pretty his words are.
Related to dreams, that could be crazy. Insane, really.
He must be from the Dreamlands, that cursed place.
Yeah, I hate everyone from there.
I haven't had a good dream in a long time.
He quickly leans up. He pushes through the two of you. Oh shit! Hold on, I'm moving to the side. He says he grabs you by the shoulder and says, "Don't be tempted. It's not worth it."
Oh, I think mine's a separate case. I don't know about this monster.
I could actually help you with that.
What?
As he steps back, I'm sorry. It's just too many people. It's crazy around here. It's just another problem added to the list.
See.
People think he's God.
Really good going.
Some people think he's God. Some people think he's a demon. I can't trust him. He better stay the hell out of my head.
I can assure you, he's not a god.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
I had a really cool line and you ruined it, Swells.
Actually cringe, Swills. Oh my god.
Actually ruining RP. Never
Yep.
getting MVP.
Well, if you guys need to buy any flour or anything, I'm selling over here. Coal as well.
Flour like the plant or like the
The stuff to cook.
Oh,
I also got
Maybe
sandbags.
later.
If for some reason you need those. And concrete.
Thank you.
or think about it.
You're quite the good salesman.
As he leans in and says, if you ever need to get rid of someone, just put some of that concrete on them.
You have concrete?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, that. We'll come back. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Beware of the monster. Don't be tempted. Kit.
Yeah. What's up?
So, I think this coupon, or
It's
sorry,
pronounced
this
coupon.
flyer is expired, but I think you might be able to negotiate a better price with the blacksmith. We should head there directly right now.
Are you guys trying to look at the board to get, what you call it?
We did while he was talking.
Also, we get pamphlets, yes.
Here, let
Why is
me...
the board so damn bright?
Here...
it's like
it's because there's all the lights on top of it. Bean Shalene, here, you can have... Oh, shit, where is it? Oh, no. No, wait, isn't it?
These pamphlets say you'll never believe what Duke Gilbert Ilgood did this week.
This
Okay.
one says hot singles in your area.
What is this?
Hot Maplewood singles in your area.
Not the Maplewoods.
I'll need to pick that one up.
Hold on. I wonder it wasn't there. Okay, I've now added the town board to the thing to forgot to.
This one
you can-
says join virtual sanctuary.
I'll show this to you guys. You guys can read this. This is what it says on here. You see several things. You see this large town board that stands between these two places. It clearly says Maplewood Town Board, and underneath it, to fulfill any requests, please report to the town hall. On the board, there are several requests, missions, information, items for sale, several things. You see someone selling a box of apple, simple things. Box of apple, farmer requesting help in killing wolves, general information talking about the Squall Knights and supplies to Ermina Illis, rumors of hobgoblins near Trundle, a request for a doctor, a large request asking anyone with information on the vandals of the hot springs, and to report to Duke Gilbert. There seems to be someone looking to buy maps of the general area, warning that people should buy dream catchers, and under that you see scribbled out, don't buy dream catchers, embrace them. Obviously, to thwart that. You see things such as the warning of caravan attacks happening closer to Port Crevice. You also see the wanted poster that some of you are carrying on you of Chronos Ashamed. Requests for information regarding a large serpent or a large crocodile in the marshes. A request for bodyguards and a guide to lead someone through the marshes to visit Mount Matrod. So it seems someone is trying to go to the mountain. A request asking for helpers to come clean out the vandalized springs. So there are several things there you could consider doing, or at least information on what people are trying to do right now. And all nearby, there are pamphlets that basically have all the information I've given to you. Little tourist pamphlets.
Mount
There are a lot of
Matrod,
them.
that's the one that Chronos is in.
Mount Matrod is where their hideout is.
Okay, I think I like that one. For
How do you not
dubious
know this
reasons.
already?
I would like to write down the doctor information one on a piece of paper, like copying it over. Anything we get.
All it simply says, please visit Shalu's General Store.
All right, I'll write that down, and then on part of my paper, and then tear it off, and then I will similarly write down the request of information about the large serpent or crocodile.
That one you know very clearly. You've written his name. It's Lyle Grade. You know the man.
Yeah.
You don't really know him, but you've counted him.
I'll tear that off of my piece of paper, and then
Someone who else is looking at the board looks at you, tear that one off, and says,
"No, I
you mean okay? I'd say that person would be like, what the?
No. I was writing it down and then tearing my own piece of paper, so I have like 7/8 of a paper or something, and then 2 strips, and then I want to hand Newt the one about giving information to the hunter, and then I want to give the one to Kira about the doctor stuff, and I'll just, if we have any free time, these seem well suited to you too, if you didn't already think so yourself upon looking at the board's request. If we should have some free time.
I'm interested in the box of apples.
Okay. Anyway,
I'm
I
gonna
think we
jot
should.
that down.
I think we should
Sure.
head to the.
As this guy beside you nudges you and says, "Can't believe it, can you?" As he points to the one poster for Chronos Ashamed. Such a shame, huh?
Yeah, such a what?
Such a
Why'd
shame.
Such a what?
Shame.
I don't. Sorry, I'm. Sorry. Sorry.
Come on, kid.
You really want to say it?
Uh,
Alright, should we head to the.
What?
you know what? You know what,
What
man?
a weird guy. What a weird guy.
You shouldn't agitate our friend.
I simply asked him a question.
You know, maybe you should take more care in your words before.
Well, how about you?
He's,
It's such a
he's
shame.
little,
Such a shame, isn't it?
Tempered.
I'm leaving.
What a
I don't have any stake in this conversation with you.
what a bunch of weirdos.
Are you? What are your intentions with talking to me about Chronos?
I was trying to talk to your friend. I was just making small talk.
Yeah, but then you
It's
brought
kinda
it
crazy.
to me. Like,
Yeah,
what are you trying
because
to pull here?
you-
Are you trying to get closer to us? Do you have
Guys, we should
ulterior
go to
motives?
the blacksmith.
What are you, a mute alt?
Sir, are you
Minus
okay?
1.
Are you okay?
Sir,
Taking me out.
All right, let's just get to the smithy.
sir, you don't. You're not. You don't work with them, do you?
Work with who?
Never mind.
Do you work with them?
Mhm. He turns his back to you.
I think I hate this guy. Let's go to the blacksmith.
It's mutual.
I don't know. I step
Java-
on top of him.
As you are walking,
Davra says that really loud. Like, I think I hate this guy.
This
And
guy
walks
looks sus.
away.
Let's ignore
as
him.
you guys are walking that way, stop for a moment. You're gonna see some fun stuff. Firstly, a few things you hear. You walk past someone, you see this guy selling plants. Get your plants, and some other people
Is
going
it
back,
the-
selling
is it the guy?
lanterns. Do you need dream catcher? Yeah, that guy. Well, the guy who's selling plants is behind you, the one surrounded by the vines and stuff.
But like, is that
Selling
the guy
Is
plants?
anyone
that
selling
yells in your ear?
spy
Is that-
glasses?
If anyone needs to buy alcohol, I've got some over here.
Is there any place I would sell like a spy glass?
I'm selling. Well, maybe, but you'd have to look around. I'm selling pelts. Don't go to old Lyle Brad. He's a ripoff. I'll sell them cheap here. And you hear from across the way. Get your souvenirs. We have tarot cards. We have stuffed animals. We got shirts as well. It's turned back into thin. Got meat. As everyone's screaming random things, depending on what you want. If you need anything,
And
but
meat.
you hear that as you're traveling.
Is anyone selling?
I'm gonna go to this one up here.
Yeah, the one selling plants is the guy here surrounded by plants.
Do you happen to
how
know
about
anyone
this?
that sells spy glasses?
I spy with my little eye. Customer, you gonna buy a wolf pelt?
I'm looking
That's
to
fine.
find someone who sells spy glasses. Things that you can look through.
I don't really sell any of those animals, but I can give you something close. How about a spore man?
Okay, it's not an animal. You know, it's in the name, made out of glass.
All right, let me help you. It's I use my expert. What is it? What a fucking wordsmith, whatever. Fucking my feature smooth
You
talker.
fuck him?
That one. I fuck him. Yeah, I have sex with him.
It's a her.
I smooth talk him into being like,
Okay,
like
the her.
knowing what I'm talking about.
I see. I can give you 2 false pets for cheaper.
No, it's a spyglass. You know someone who sells one?
No.
For real?
No, but not directly. I mean, everyone here is selling food and souvenirs. Who's coming to here to buy a souvenir of a spyglass?
I pull out 1 silver coin. Have
Yeah.
this change your
They
mind?
look at you and they say, hand over and I'll say something.
What do you guys think?
What do
Newt?
you mean? What do we think? You already.
Yeah,
Newt,
you're
what do
the
you think?
financial guy.
Yeah, what do you think,
If you
Newt? Do you want
I
it
don't
this
want to give
bad?
it to him. I'll take it.
Do it.
All right. I handed him the coin.
Thank you. Any of you guys criminals?
Wait. What does this have to do with spyglasses?
Answer me.
No. What about you?
Okay, well,
Sometimes.
if you're not a criminal, then the only way to do it, you gotta get close to Duke Gilbert Ilgroot. And you may be able to find the best shop in town.
I don't like you that much.
They'd be right
I'll
under
walk
your
away.
noses.
So we have to.
As you walk away,
we have to
Kira,
get close
you...
to- we have to
he,
get close to Ilgood.
He leans over. Hey there, Missy. Do you have your cowl back on? Of course you never mentioned it, but I don't know if you would.
Yeah, I have my cowl back on.
Hey there, Missy. You want some alcohol, you said?
Yeah, give me 2 bottles of your strongest stuff.
Yeah, well, I do suggest. I'm just an off-branch of the Leaping Frog. I suggest you separately stop by there. Later.
The Leaping Frog, you said.
The experience is much better first person, but I can give you a few things. If you want.
Okay, then how about I'll just take 1 bottle for now, then.
Sure, do you want wine? Or are you wanting ale? Mead? What is it?
Just sell me anything that'll knock me out. Go quickest.
Well, okay. Understood. Give me 5 silver. I'll give you a bottle. Just ale, though.
You gotta change
4.
for 1 Rihdarian gold. Okay.
What?
I'll be back.
Serious? Oh, okay.
I'll be back.
Teleports to Kira.
Kit, just the one I was looking for.
Yeah, what's up?
Let me borrow 5
I
silver.
could sense a deal being made.
Let me borrow 5 silver if you got it.
RP hands you 5 silver.
RP takes
And-
5 silver from you.
And also removes 6 silver from my inventory.
Pardon?
Because I gave that guy some.
Here you go.
Thank you very much. He pushes you a very standard looking bottle to you. It is kind of, it's almost like it's a wooden bottle, which is very strange. It's like the shape of a bottle, but it's like seems to be made out of wood. And whenever it has a little cork, you take it out, you smell it. It smells like ale. You don't know how good you don't know if it's fine stuff, but you guess it was alcohol. So you have a bottle of ale, which is usually pretty rare to see. You usually don't see bottles of ale.
Cool.
As Hawkins, I want you to make me a perception check. Go ahead with what you're doing though. Shmeeb.
I don't mean to put a damper on your shopping trip, but I really think we shouldn't stop to shop too much before we go to the smithy before it closes. We can come back here tomorrow after
I
resting.
agree with you.
You guys,
However,
you know you have a
I
couple
will
hours.
say that there's the Fort Boulder. Keep that in mind. At any second, shit could go down.
And also, Kira, I couldn't help but catch a gleam of, were you waving around your coin in a public setting like this?
No, I was just mainly asking if he had change.
Listen, if we don't want people to know that we're incredibly wealthy.
Wait 1 second.
I would take more care before
I smell something.
before
What do you smell?
bringing up that kind of money.
Hawkins, you see as you guys are talking, you see this guy across from you is making a lot of eye contact with you. And he's
This
trying
guy.
to, like, he's trying to like looking at you and looking away, but he keeps glancing, and you guys are making a lot of eye contact.
What's the matter, Hawkins?
Smell. A fight.
Yeah.
1 second. Oi!
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, bite his head off.
Can I help you?
I do not say in character.
He has a mask on, and he looks at you his eyes. He seems to be in a very typical kind of cover up where he's hiding his face and things. He leans in close. Sorry. Didn't mean to stare. But, you're Blackscale Hawkins, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, yes. Yeah,
Why are you just walking
autograph.
around? Sorry, I was so surprised to see you just walking around just normally.
Well, how else am I gonna move? You know.
No,
Like
maybe
this,
with
and then I
a
just do a
disguise.
fat boy walk.
He leans.
Have we met?
He leans in. No, I'm sorry. It's not that we know each other. However, I know of you, of the things you've done.
The cloud chase.
Famous
Oh, you're a
pirates.
fan.
No, not quite a fan, but I've heard
Got a
your
lot of those.
I've heard your history with the greatest bounty hunter in Cador. I just couldn't help. I looked at you and you're a pirate, aren't you? Why are you here in Maplewood?
Well, I'm on a sabbatical.
Sure.
You know, taking some time off from the seas. You know, seeing what the land's all about.
Well, are you still doing criminal stuff?
Well, I've kind of been on the straight and narrow recently. I've been on my
You're-
very good behaviour.
You're not a narc, right? You're not like Patura Manti. You didn't turn into a Navy dog.
Oh no.
This guy right here, he is the toughest, most ruthless guy ever.
I beat up a frog.
He looks at Newt.
He
and
bit
says-
off someone's face right in front of my eyes.
He looks at Newt.
With
Is that-
these
is that-
hands.
Is that the frog you beat up? Is that why he's all red?
No, he's not a frog. He's just like a. He's like a slimy.
Oh, he does. He looks back. Oh,
Is
he
it-
does have a tail. Frogs don't have tails.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't worry about him. He's
does
Why
look
does
kinda-
everyone know that?
important.
He looks kind of like a tadpole. Why does everyone know that? His tail's easy to see. Anyway, he leans in. Yeah, I didn't mean to bring so much attention here, but I wanted to let you know. I saw you, and I just maybe am a little bit of a fan. I've heard your story. I think it's very commendable that you throw Mickey on a loop all the time.
Yeah, good old. You know, he's a bit of a twat, proper cunt, but he meant well. If I ever see him again, I'll kill him.
Well, maybe I have good news for you then. Mickey Chapman's been around.
Shit.
That's why I wanted to tell you to be careful. He's been he was here in town not long ago. He's been patrolling around here in Port Crevice. I think it might have to do with the whatever the bandits who are messing with their carts. I don't know who they are, a new upstart gang or something. The caravan raiders. And I saw you here and maybe he's actually on your tail. Maybe it's not a coincidence that both are here nearly at the same time. Just want to let you know to be careful. Not to let you get caught off guard. It'd be a shame if he caught you off guard in an unfair fight.
I didn't. Surprised to see him around here.
I was
Yeah,
too,
he's
but
been around here.
either it's for the caravans or maybe it's for you. Maybe he knows. He's always after you. There's
This is
always
Mickey
work.
Chapman, right? This is the right Mickey. This isn't like
The
Mickey
best-
Rogers or
No, Mickey Chapman, the
Mickey
best.
Rourke.
I've always said the best bounty hunter in Cador.
Holy shit!
He's after you. He's always asking for information on old Blackscale Hawkins. That's why I was
Well,
wondering.
Thanks for the tip, guys. We're leaving tomorrow, right?
Hopefully early in the morning if we.
Oh,
reach
perfect.
flight.
Last I
mean-
heard, he was going towards Port Crevice. Be careful.
Ah, fuck.
No, there's
He left town
plenty of,
about a day or two ago.
plenty of worries to have on the road to Port Crevice, especially if we're traveling by car.
I
Well, I
can
mean,
walk the horse, who knows?
if we ever do run into him, he's dead. I'll kill him on my own sword. I'll shiv him in the stomach and I'll pull up and I'll go right through his chin and up to his head and he'll die. But like, I mean,
He was.
it'll be a real hassle. So I don't really want to deal with that right now because I'm in the middle
He
of
just
some
his
stuff.
eyes squint at you as you keep talking. He's like, yeah, okay. He has a posse with him though this time. He's not alone. I don't know if they're bounty hunters or hired guards. But he seems to be going after something big.
From
Maybe
my
it's just a
mistakes,
cover up.
Must be me. I'm the big fish. Big
Anyway,
fish me. So.
He's looking around. I was just traveling. I'm currently it's my day off with the group. But I'm traveling through and I saw you. He puts his hand on your shoulder. If you he pulls you to the side a little bit, Hawkins. He tries to pull you down about out of earshot a little bit so he can talk to you privately. He whispers in your ear.
Hey, where are you guys going?
He glares at you, kid.
Fuck off.
Okay.
He kind of whispers to you. He says, "Sorry, I don't know if any of them are narcs or something. I'm not trying to say your friends are, but you never know who might be an undercover bounty hunter sent by Mickey to go after you."
You're right.
The point is, I want to let you know, just in case you don't want them to know, there's a no, don't look at him there. Rule number 1, don't look at him.
Right. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, sorry. I'll look at you.
I'd like to see you there. I see you over here shopping or something. You won't find anything good here. The good stuff is in the hidden market. I'll tell you how to get there if you're interested.
Oh, all right, I'm listening.
You just gotta go. You know where the town hall is?
Mm-hmm.
You just go to the town hall, and when you go to the secretary, say you're there for beer and cards.
Beer and cards.
Yeah, just tell who was working the front desk. Keep on the down low, though.
All right. Thank you, sir. May I ask what you do? Maybe we'll meet each other again.
You may see me around. Just another scoundrel like you, I suppose. Unaccepted by Nation Cador doing my own thing. I'm sure we'll see each other around.
Respectful.
Maybe. I'm no one important, though. I'm just another card in the wheel of a bigger organization. Anyway.
Society.
I've got to go.
All right, you have a good one, mate.
I don't want to be, some of my mates are going to be showing up here shortly to try and sell something. I want them to see me.
Not bad. All right, well, best of luck to you.
Thank you very much. As you see, as he quickly strays off behind these barrels, as if, something's coming.
Oh, that's a shame. Sorry, I thought I was going to have to, beat a bitch, but never mind. It's all right. What can you do?
Well, what were you talking about?
Oh, it was this old guy used to chase me around. He could never quite catch me because he didn't have the skill. He didn't have the skill to deal with me. But I mean, if I ever run into him again, he hasn't got a fucking chance. He hasn't got a fucking chance.
Let's get to the blacksmith.
Yeah, let's get to the blacksmith.
At the same time, you guys hear something else. There's a stage over here, and you hear some people that look very similar dressed to that one guy you just saw step up. One guy steps up first. We've got some good business today. Attention, everyone! Attention, everyone! Attention! He keeps screaming a little bit until people do finally pay him some attention. Let me find what I need. There we go. Today, we've been holding up a special surprise for all of you. We know how interested you are in things. You know what kind of business we do. A dirty kind, so you guys don't have to. Today we've got some rare merchandise that I think you'll all like. I bring them on up. As you see another one come from behind. And let me get to what I need. And behind him, he is pulling. If I can adjust. Boom, 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 boom. He's dragging along with him a vegetan.
No shot.
As he goes up on stage, he pushes him up there. The other one goes up there. We're selling this creature, never before seen. Well, we've had them for a while, but after long testing, we've been able to figure out their strengths and weaknesses, and we're now ready to sell them. Is anyone interested? Anyone at all? It's time for an auction. A slave auction. You would have, if you would have been listening, you would have just heard whimpering. Help.
Would we know this one, or was it gone before we?
You've never seen. Well, it's hard to recognize him, but I mean, you can try and do it inside, but
Okay.
Guys, I think we know what to do.
I want to whisper to Kit, and I'll be like, "All right, Kit, I've got an idea, but I feel like you're the only one who can do it."
Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but
Oh my god,
Is it
this is
worth it?
Vegeta.
it's not Vegeta. It's not Vegeta.
Yeah, when you look at him, you don't think you recognize this one. It's been gone for a while.
Kit, I want you to walk up and talk about how weak and useless the Vegetin is without saying that you have any privy information, and see if you can get a discounted price, but to purchase the Vegetin without spending too much of our party money.
How about I gaslight them into thinking it's not a Vegetin?
Do you have specifics about how you're going to go about that?
I'll tell them it is a gnome.
I think you should not do that.
You hear as he speaks
I
up.
pull out the outfit that I have.
He speaks up. All right, it's time for the daily auction of the first ever Green Plant Man. We need a better name. The Green Man. We know all their strengths and weaknesses. We'll tell you what they're best at. We're going to start the auctioning. And you see people start actually.
Can I notice
giving the
any
position.
moldening on them?
You don't. You don't see any weakness. You don't like see any injuries, but you do see that they're whimpering and they're kind of shaking. As you see people do actually start moving towards it. But that is where we're ending our session.
Oh.
The Vegetin is being sold into slavery right now in front of your eyes.
Very sick.
We have to save it.
Okay, on one hand,
I agree.
Like, who cares if it's getting sold? But on the other hand, they did say that
We
if
could
the
get the
technology,
Vegetin.
they did say if the technology was in the wrong hands, it would be really bad. And I think that's what's going to happen.
Well, this doesn't have anything to do with the technology.
But they said they were learning what they could about it.
Technology.
Well, when you say that, you would have assumed they mean more like how tough they are.
Yeah.
So they're not learning how to make one?
This is an unknown species.
Okay,
they
so we don't care about it then.
They probably
Let's go to
beat
the
it.
smithy, guys.
They probably beat a few of them to hell to see how much they could handle, and they probably tested what they're good at. And yeah, there's several even more so things I'd rather not talk about. They probably did to test what kind of uses they'd have.
They
as this
fucked the plant.
Maybe.
They went and can we reproduce with plant?
A good job, everyone. You guys are alive.
Really nasty plant child.
You've avoided being arrested. Though a little bit tedious, you guys got out of there. You guys are now, for the first time in your life, you have the most freedom you've ever had. At least as European players. So congratulations.
Yay.
I'm glad you guys survived.
I lied to a captain and didn't die.
Yeah.
Dude, that captain could not roll for shit.
I know, he rolled a 1
We could
and
have
then a
easily
2.
killed him.
Sorry, what was that? No, this was?
Oh, I was wondering if we were going to have like a 1945 German scientist situation where they've done atrocities to give us information, and we're going to end up using this info they have on the Vegetins. But they've these terrible methods to find and be like, wow, this is actually really useful. Like, what? I didn't know that. I didn't know Vegetins could do this.
Wow.
You did what to the Vegetin?
That's terrible. But
These scientists did surgery
Taught him
on
how
a
to
Vegetin.
beatbox.
He's going to sharpen the best. This Vegetin knows how to sharpen the best spear ever. It's like better
No
than
shots.
I want it.
Honestly, kind of bad writing that you didn't make it
All right.
Vegeta. But, you know. no big
Anyway,
deal.
thank you, stream, for watching. Anyone who's here, thank you for the raid earlier, Shmeem. I salute you all. I end the stream, and then we can talk about whatever.
Also,
Goodbye.
good stream,
Goodbye.
Shmeeb, too.
Bye, stream.
I'm surprised you're alive, Shmeem. Good job.
Yeah, good shit, man.
I'm going to go to sleep now.
Goodbye, everyone.
I-
Aw.
Good night.